All right, Broncos country, let's do it. Welcome in, everyone, to this Denver Broncos Syndicate live stream of our preseason game, Week 2, Denver Broncos versus San Francisco 49ers from Santa Clara, California. I am your host, Gage Madrid. Let's just get a few people rolling on in here before we officially get started. Looks like we've already got a couple people in the house. We've got Exotic Gaming. Thank you so much for tuning in. Exotic says, this offensive line might drive me up a wall. Hopefully not. Yeah, seriously, man. That's going to be a big point of contention for the Denver Broncos today. Obviously, we had a bit of a disappointing outing in our first preseason game against the Arizona Cardinals. Our starting offensive line played less than ideal football, just to say the least. It took 4 drives for the starting offense to really get going, and it wasn't really until Jarrett Stidham and the third-string offense took over that things started to really look cohesive for the Denver Broncos on offense. We've got Ray in the house. Good evening, folks. How are you doing today? Looks like we already got 17 people in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Before we officially get started, if you could just do me a favor and smash the like button on this stream, I would really appreciate it. That's a free and easy way to show your support. And if you have yet to subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome as well. We're just about 10 subscribers away from 2,500, guys. That is such an incredible accomplishment. I'm pretty certain we're going to hit that tonight. So if you guys have yet to subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you could do so. It's such an incredible amount of growth that this channel has had ever since training camp has started. I'm incredibly grateful. Just goes to show why Broncos country is the best fan base in the entire NFL. We got Merlo in the house saying Zach Allen needs to win his individual battles. I agree. So we're going to definitely be looking for Zach Allen to potentially get his first sack in a Denver Broncos uniform, at least for his first preseason sack. He did have a couple of pressures against his former team, the Arizona Cardinals, but his performance definitely didn't match the level of performance that we've seen from him in training camp. He has been a game wrecker in camp. Almost every single play, he's in the backfield. We got Football Broncos in the house. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much to everyone who is tuning in this evening. We're still about 13 minutes out from kickoff here. We've got Greg Penner talking to Mike Kliss right now up on the 9 News broadcast. So the main storylines that we're going to be monitoring here is that the Broncos starters are going to be playing about 20 to 24 snaps in this game, save for Javonte Williams. Javonte will be getting his first game action today since tearing his ACL in October of last year against the Las Vegas Raiders. Sean Payton says that Javonte is going to play about 50% of the snaps for the starting offense, so about 10 to 12 snaps for him. I figure it's probably going to be about 6 to 7 carries for Javonte Williams, a couple of catches out of the backfield perhaps, and then they'll probably want to see how he picks up a blitz in pass protection, so they'll probably give him a chance to do that as well. We've got KQ in the house. Woo, let's go Broncos. Absolutely, absolutely. We got 21 people in the house right now. So as far as the San Francisco 49ers are concerned, they are expected to play their starters in this game. That includes their starting quarterback, Brock Purdy. He'll be playing in his first game since the NFC Championship game when he suffered a torn UCL in his throwing elbow. And so that's going to be something to monitor there. This is going to be a big test for the Denver Broncos offensive line in particular, as the San Francisco 49ers D-line is loaded with talent. Eric Armstead, Javon Hargrave, Javon Kinlaw, Drake Jackson. We are kind of lucky we don't have to deal with Nick Bosa in this one. He's still in the midst of a contract holdout, so he's not going to play in this game. But that's still a very tough test for our offensive line for sure. We've got Dermeyer in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got D-Rock. Salute to all you all in Broncos country. Let's go. All right, so it looks like we're still about 10 minutes out from kickoff here in Santa Clara, California. And right now, Broncos country tonight, they are talking about potential new stadium for the Denver Broncos. That's something that could be coming down the line within the next few years. They're looking at a bunch of land out by DIA, of course. But this is not only expected to be the season debut for Marvin Mims, or for Javonte Williams. This is also expected to be the NFL debut for Marvin Mims. He's expected to make an impact both as a receiver and as a return man in this game. Another interesting note at returner is that we saw Tremont Smith warming up with the returners, which is something we have not seen to this point in training camp. So he could possibly be getting some looks there at the return position as well. Other things we're definitely going to be monitoring is if Russell Wilson can continue to build on his relatively positive performance that he had against the Arizona Cardinals, especially considering the offensive line issues that he had to deal with. He had completely lackluster pass protection the entire game and was still able to go out there and have a relatively efficient passing performance. So this is going to be a much more difficult defensive opponent that he's going to be going against, and one that he's obviously quite familiar with for going up against them all those years when he was in the NFC West with the Seattle Seahawks. So this is going to be a big litmus test for Russell Wilson and the rest of the offense. I'm just hoping that the offensive line can hold up, man. That's going to be my big storyline and takeaway in this game. We're also going to be watching some of our younger defensive players. Jaquan McMillan, who had a really phenomenal performance against the Cardinals. Essane Bassi, a couple of young defensive linemen, and Jordan Jackson and Elijah Garcia. Also, guys, keep a heavy eye on Jaleel McLaughlin in this game. I'm so excited to see Jaleel McLaughlin because he's starting to rise up the depth chart in Denver Broncos training camp, guys. He's received first-team reps the past few days. So it seems that he may finally have that RB3 role, that change of pace back roll down. So I'm really excited for Jaleel in this one. Got Greg Penner still talking to Mike Kliss over here as I sip on my invisible Mountain Dew. It's a beautiful night there in the San Francisco Bay Area in Santa Clara, California. We're going to be watching Garrett Bowles pretty heavily in this game, of course, to see if he can bounce back from his really rough day against the Arizona Cardinals. And another thing I'm going to be watching too is Sean Payton's overall attitude and demeanor on the sidelines. This is going to be our first chance to see how Sean Payton bounces back from a tough loss. Phantom 2, exactly, Ray, 100%. All right, let me just make sure that everything is all good. Once we get out of commercial break, I'll go ahead and test the game audio and make sure that that's rocking and rolling. Also, guys, if you have yet to vote in our poll up at the top of the chat, be sure to do so. Let me know who you think is going to win tonight. Looks like we've got 23 votes in our poll so far. 91% of you guys are on our Denver Broncos to be able to bounce back and win this game. As far as injuries tonight are concerned, guys, there are going to be some players for the Denver Broncos who are not expected to play in this game. So looks like we're going to be down Justin Simmons tonight. He's in street clothes, so he's definitely not playing. PJ Locke's probably going to be down, as well as Caden Stearns. So those are three of our top safeties right there. So we're going to have Kareem Jackson step up, as well as two of our young safeties in Delarian Turner-Yell and J.L. Skinner. And I got to be honest, guys, right now, Delarian Turner-Yell's a little bit further ahead on the depth chart than J.L. Skinner is. K'Wan Williams, also not expected to play in this one, former 49er. No Tyler Beatty in this one. He suffered a bit of a wrist injury in practice from what it appeared. No Riley Moss in this one, still dealing with his injury. No Mike McGlinchey, another 49er, missing a chance to play against his old squad. He's probably going to, again, miss the rest of the preseason with his knee injury. No Chris Manhertz, and probably no Brandon Johnson tonight. None of those guys were practicing throughout the week. We've got Jess in the house. Welcome in. Let's go, Broncos. I'm super excited for tonight. We got Antelope in the house. Super awesome meeting you out at training camp, Antelope. It was great meeting several members of the Broncos Syndicate family out there. That just goes to show why Broncos country is the best fan base in the NFL. It was so cool meeting all you guys out there. Hope everyone is doing well on this fine evening. And we're still just waiting here until we officially get started. Nick Benito does appear like he's going to be ready to go for this game, which is absolutely huge for us. He was injured in the Arizona Cardinals game with a hip injury. He practiced a couple of times towards the end of last week, so looks like he's going to be a full go for this game. All right. I appreciate that, Q. I really do. Well, always got the Phantom Dew, Jess. Always got the Phantom Dew. All right, let's go ahead and test the game audio, guys, and you guys can let me know if that's all good.
Golden State. Welcome back to
There's
Broncos
Brett Maher.
Scotty Gaines, Mike Kliss coming to you live from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. And you know what? It might sound like we're trying to sell
Broncos making an interesting little uniform tweak today with their all-white uniforms. Normally they wear blue socks and blue undershirts with it. Today they are rocking the white socks and white uniforms, so it's really a whiteout look for the Denver Broncos. Football says hopefully Randy Gregory can stay healthy 100%. He's been phenomenal out there at camp. It's just, can he stay on the field? That's the big question and concern with Randy Gregory right now.
With the Saints. Now the question is he going to win this year with Russell Wilson? Is he going to win next year?
Yep, that's the question. Guys, is the audio all good? Let me know if I need to adjust anything.
There's a lot to watch.
We're still about 5 minutes out from kickoff.
Against the 49er quarterbacks, Darnold, Trey Lance. You're going to have Brock Purdy for a little bit.
Sounds good, Jess. Thank you so much for tuning in.
After 10.5 months,
we got DS in the chat. Welcome in. Says your streams always fill me up to the brim. I appreciate that.
He doesn't have to break off a 20-yard run. All he has to do is get dirty and get hit a couple times.
Just get a little warmed up, ready for the season. You know what, Mike? You're talking so much about winning. One of the greatest wins in Denver Broncos history was actually done right in this
Yes,
home.
it was. Super Bowl 50, baby. The house that Vaughn destroyed.
Yeah, it's the house that Vaughn
Hope don't have to yell too much of the offensive line tonight. Absolutely, absolutely. Loud and clear. Thank you so much, D-Rock. Appreciate it. We got Doug in the house. Welcome in, Doug. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Joe Ellis, John Elway, the guys on top aren't
So,
here.
as far as the offensive line and what to expect from that unit tonight, I feel like Ben Powers, Quinn Miners are due for bounce-back games. They're the guys that I'm probably the least concerned about. They're probably going to start Cam Fleming at right tackle. That's the way things have been trending throughout the week. Garrett Bowles, man, I don't know what to make of him at this point. It feels like his injury has robbed him of all of his quickness and his agility in his feet, and that was probably his best asset as an offensive lineman. Now, his technique is very stiff, it appears, and it allows speedy edge rushers to turn around and beat him off the edge. And the problem there is that Bowles just has to grab them a lot of the times in order to avoid his quarterback taking a big hit. So I'm definitely concerned about that. And, of course, we've got bottage. Would not be a live stream without a bot. Poach the bot. Thank you so much, whoever poached the bot. All right. Got 46 people in the house. Again, guys, be sure to smash that like button if you have yet to do so. Really helps us out. And we're just waiting to officially get started here. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about the game that you'd like to discuss before we officially get started. We got DH3 in the house. Good evening. Great to see you. Kyle says, I've been to 4 or 5 Broncos live streams today, and they've all been bought. As in, like, state-sponsored or just sponsored? What do you mean by that? I'm just making sure I got my tablet all set. Huge. I cannot show the game, like the picture of the game, because the stream will get copyright claimed and YouTube will take it down like immediately. What I can do is bring in the game audio. That's the best we can do, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly, DH3. That's an instant strike. YouTube does not mess around with that stuff at all. But for some reason, they're all good with game audio, so I can bring that in. They're showing a commercial for like a little solo pizza oven, like a little gas-fired one. I want one so bad, man. I'd be cranking out pizzas left and right. All right, guys. So again, starters in this game are going to play for about 20 to 24 snaps. I figure that we're probably going to see Russell Wilson get about 10 chances to throw the ball. Obviously, Sean Payton's going to mix things up in his opening game script. I'm also going to be watching our other two quarterbacks in this game. We'll have to see if Jarrett Stidham can bounce back after, I got to be honest, he has not had a single good day of training camp out there. He really hasn't. Ben DiNucci has outplayed him every single day, and I'm pretty certain that's going to continue in this game, but I'm curious to see if that will just confirm it for me. Does it affect the rest of the channel? Yes. So if you get a strike, then you can't upload it all for 7 days. And if you get 2 strikes, then you're out of the YouTube partner program and I'm no longer monetized. So that's a risk I can't take, unfortunately. DH3 says, I could care less if we win or lose. I just want to see some more progress from the offensive line and no injuries. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. You know, and last week I didn't feel horrible about losing the game because it was our 4th, 5th string defense that blew the game in the last minute with a 2-minute drill. We should have won that game with that last offensive drive with Jaleel McLaughlin. We just left too much time on the field. Yes, that last game and this game as well, and just the entire preseason is all about evaluation and how guys are looking out there, how the unit is gelling, and how cohesive is everything. That's what I'm really monitoring in this one. We got Chance Martinez in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. All right, guys, let's rock and roll here.
Number 2 from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California.
I actually had pizza today too. It was Domino's, so nothing overly special, but I want some good real pizza.
It would have been a better feeling last week, you know, if we had won that game, and I probably would have been a little cheerier in the post-game presser.
Yes,
So
Sean was definitely very salty in that presser.
You know, I'll allow, but we're in camp still, and there's no light even.
Caden, yes, we're doing play-by-play. Thank you so much for tuning into the videos. We got Steve Levy and Ryan Harris on the call for 9 News Radio.
Training camp is nowhere near over. Here's Ryan Harris. The last time he was here with his teammates,
Russell Wilson is in a very familiar stadium. Oh, Antelope had pizza as well. Yep, I guess today was just a popular day for pizza.
Russ had arguably the greatest practice on Wednesday.
I really like the Broncos with those white socks and white undershirts, man. I think they work really well with the all-white uniforms. It's like a true whiteout. I like it.
To be successful in Sean Payton's
Last week, Russell Wilson 7 for 13, 93 yards and a touchdown. Had to deal with 2, maybe 3 drops, depending on how you looked at it. I had it as 2.
And thrilled that we're going to see
So
Williams.
that would have looked a little bit better had those 2 drops not happened.
He'll get tackled tonight, maybe.
Javonte Williams set to make his return tonight. 4 rushes, 1 pass. There we go. There we go. That's what he's getting tonight. Sean had initially said he was going to get 10 to 12 snaps, so 4 rushes, a pass, probably will pick up a blitz and pass protection or something like that. And then get him out. He's looked phenomenal in training camp. Yep. Marvin Mims is set to make his debut. We got Brock Purdy and the 49ers out there. He's playing tonight. And we will be ready to go on the other side of this commercial break, guys. Let's get it. We got 48 people in the house for this live stream. Let's go. Last week was an absolutely phenomenal opening stream. Next week, we will be at the stadium at Empower Field at Mile High for our first and only home preseason game. I attend all the home games and bring coverage from over there. Pre-game streams, post-game streams, all that good stuff. So our next game stream is not going to be until week 3 of the regular season when we take on the Miami Dolphins. That's going to be our next road game for the Broncos. Frozen Mexican pizza. Is PS2 playing? I'm not sure yet. He's been out there at practice this whole week after having a bit of a mild injury, so I fully expect PS2 to play. The Broncos radio is actually on iHeartRadio. Okay. All right, guys, here we go.
Is getting ready for the 49ers and the Broncos here in Santa Clara. And for as good as Russell Wilson is, and all
Chance
the skill
says
position
33 is
players
going to
on
rush
this
for
number
20
one
yards
offense,
and 2 catches for 11. I can definitely see that. I think that's probably a pretty good stat line.
Hey guys, I'm coming to you from the end zone where Ryan and his teammates celebrated Super Bowl 50.
That's
But all
right,
eyes
man.
tonight
That was such
will
a
be on that
special night in
offensive
Broncos
line.
country.
Russell Wilson
I still
takes
remember it
pressure on
well.
64% of his drives. That's
Caden says, I'm in
most of
Pennsylvania,
any
so I can't watch the
quarterback.
game,
In
and
the
it's
first
not on
preseason game,
NFL
Jarrett
Network,
Stidham
so looking
faced
forward to the
59%.
play-by-play.
That's the third of any quarterback.
Awesome.
You know, the
Thank you so
Broncos
much for
say they
tuning
showed
in.
a vanilla
Sucks that
blocking system.
they're not showing it in
Second
your neck of the
coverage
woods,
here when
though.
it was a preseason game. The coaches say it's something that can easily be fixed. I'm sure it can be fixed when Mike McGlinchey gets back in hopefully the first week. Guys,
Hope so.
It'll also help no Nick Bosa. for
Mike
the
McGlinchey
49ers.
wasn't having a very good camp
They're
either.
still trying to work out his contract terms.
Yeah, if someone wants to maybe hook up Caden with a stream so he can see the game.
Tonight's keys to the game, sponsored by
Favorite
Ford.
player to ever put on a Broncos uniform? Oh, man.
Number one, protect the quarterback. You cannot
I know
have
this is
both
going to age me
quarterbacks
as a
under
younger
duress
fan,
like
but
that.
it's got to be
Win
number
on third
18,
down.
man. It
Broncos
has to be.
converted 30% of their third downs last week, and they allowed their opponent, the Cardinals, to convert 50%. And then lastly, make plays to make the roster.
All right,
Chance
Broncos
Wilson
win the
told us
toss.
this
They will
week, he said,
defer.
"We want guys to make plays
We are on
make
defense
our
to start.
decisions."
Brett Maher kicks us off. We're underway from Santa Clara.
Ball first. Here's Danny Gray.
Danny
for
Gray
San
will
Francisco.
bring it out. Second-year man out of SMU. He returns it across the 25 to about the 28-yard line, where he's forced out of bounds by Jaquan McMillan.
We'll
And
see the San
Gray a little
Francisco
shaken up
offense,
after
a
that
bit of a
one.
surprise
So
to
here
some,
comes Brock Purdy.
but
Back
Brock
out there
Purdy
making his
will get the
return
start at
for the first time since the
quarterback. Now,
NFC
there's no
Championship
question,
game.
He is the starting quarterback for the 49ers. Many didn't think he would play here today.
Oh, you know what? I just realized we can't post links in the chat. That's right. We had to disable that because people were putting porn links in there.
Of the NFL.
All right, 1st and 10 for Purdy and the Niners from the 28-yard line. He is under center. Kyle Juszczyk goes in motion to the left.
For the 49ers, just like the Broncos.
Play action, roll out, and Purdy dumps it underneath. That is Deebo Samuel, and Deebo across midfield to about the 45-yard line of Denver. Tackle made by Josie Jewell. Gain of 26 on the bootleg out to the right there for the San Francisco 49ers.
Take control of your financial future and empower what's
Yeah,
next.
it's maybe like crackstreams.com or something like that.
By Big Trent
Or
Williams.
no, guys, go to
He's the one
nflbite.com.
who's replacing McGlinchey, and we'll watch for him as well. The backs and receivers, so talented.
1st and 10
Got a starting lineup
from the
brought to you by
46.
Empower.
Purdy
On
drops
fourth down,
back,
10 after the big
flushed
check
out to his right here, getting chased by
Away
DJ
from
Jones,
pressure,
throws on the
and
run,
it
and it's
goes
incomplete.
He was being
Trying to
chased
hit
down by
Deebo
DJ
Samuel,
Jones,
PS2
and
with
it's
good
great to
coverage
see
there for
Jones
Denver.
back on the field out of concussion protocol. Broncos starting
Starting
lineup,
D-line,
sponsored by
Zach
Empower.
Allen, Tyler Lancaster, Jonathan Harris on the interior. Edge guys, Jonathan Cooper, Randy Gregory getting the start tonight. Interesting that Cooper getting the nod over Frank Clark and
And they're expected to go maybe 20,
Nick Benito, and then
22
PS2,
See how that
Kareem
goes.
Jackson,
First
Damari
look
Mathis,
at
Caden
Pats
Stearns, and I imagine Essane Bassey in there at nickel for Denver. All right, 2nd and 10 for the 46. Purdy is in the gun. Swings it underneath for Deebo Samuel with blocking in front, and Deebo Samuel getting involved early, and Deebo will take it all the way to the 31-yard line. So just those really easy, quick-hitting plays for San Francisco, and those are really hard to defend if you're Denver. PS2, Damari, and Essane Bassey are your 3 corners, and then K-Jack and Caden in the secondary at nickel.
He is an elite talent and a good test for this defense early on.
Ryan, immediately we are reminded the Broncos are not playing the Cardinals here.
All right,
There is
1st
a
down
big
and 10
difference.
from the
Yeah, the Niners
32.
expect
Purdy is under
that's always
center.
a challenge.
5-man front for Denver.
Start for San Francisco.
Play action.
Here's
Brock
Purdy on the
rolling,
move.
sets his feet to the left, fires. What a throw. That is on the run. Finds a man. It's Jawan Jennings with Kareem Jackson in coverage.
Pick up of 11 yards on the play before Kareem
San Francisco
Jackson.
carving up this Denver defense to start off, man. It is tough to stop. It really is. It's not so much Denver's playing bad defense right now. It's just this scheme is really hard to defend.
Really in a bad situation, whatever decision you make defensively, and that's what the 49ers do in this West
First
Coast
down and
offense. Put
10.
pressure on you, and every decision
From
you
the
make.
21 of Denver,
21
Purdy
now
is
on the
under
Broncos.
center. 2 receivers set to the right side.
Straight
They hand her
up the
off.
middle. It's
Ty Davis Price, and
he picks up just 3 on
picks
the
up a
play.
3-yard gain.
Jonathan
Jonathan Harris with the tackle.
Broncos top unit, Ryan, that did not allow a single point a week ago. Now again, it was the Cardinals, but still.
No way to watch it here in Seattle. That sucks, Aaron.
Now
Thank you so much for
Niners
tuning in, though.
down the field at will.
We got
And
Von
Zach
Miller
Allen came out
Express
into
in
the
the
game, so
house.
he
Good
didn't
to
think
see
he
you,
played to his
Vaughn.
level, and
How are
the defensive
you?
line as well, so they're looking to get
Second
some
down and
payback here in
7.
game 2.
Red zone
Devo
opportunity
Samuel goes in
for
motion to
San
the left
Francisco on
side.
this opening drive.
2 receiver set.
Glad you could join us here on 9 News.
Purdy fires over the middle. It's Brandon Ayuk on a quick slant. Finds that little void in the zone coverage. Caden Stearns wraps him up at the 2. This passing game, the quick strikes from San Francisco, the bootlegs, it's exactly what they're known for, and it's really hard to defend, man. PS2 has to play off coverage on that one, and San Francisco knows it. All right, we got to tighten up in the red zone. Just like Jess says, bend, don't break. First and goal, 11 and a half left to play in the first quarter. Brock Purdy takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Good stuff there. Good stuff. Who was in there? Going absolutely nowhere. It looked like Randy Gregory. Tyler Lancaster was the big one in there, though. That was Tyler Lancaster all the way.
This is those situations that they talk about. Broncos playing the run and stopping the run. And really, as an offensive lineman, you're thinking, we got 3 yards to gain here. We can't get that.
Gregory, so really Lancaster, that was a really good stop there.
Second down and goal. From just
second and goal, under center is Purdy. Tight end Ross Dwelly goes in motion to the left. They got Kyle Juszczyk in there. Play action. Purdy was looking for Juszczyk in this flat, and he is sacked. That play was blown up from the start. It was Zach Allen and Jonathan Cooper. I believe Cooper will get credit for the sack there, but Zach Allen and a couple of other Broncos were in there as well. Yep, Zach Allen's the one who blew up that play. The back couldn't pick him up in pass protection, and Jonathan Cooper in there to clean it up, man. That was great. Merlot defense looked good on that play. They blew up that one.
Very nice. Third down and goal. Pushed back to the
that was a blown pass protection there from the running back, though. Third down and goal. Purdy is in the gun. Stepping up in the pocket. He's got a rushing lane. Brock Purdy eludes a couple of guys and takes it inside the 5 to the 1, where it'll be 4th and goal. Jonathan Harris in there giving chase along with DJ Jones.
Brock Purdy showing some ability to rush.
Well, that's something he displayed last year as well.
And look downfield. And this is at the end of this play why they have him in this game. He gets down, hits the ground. All right, shoulders good. Get me out of here, coach.
Hey, from the 2, I know it's
4th and goal. They're going. Oh, no, they're not. They're kicking. That's interesting. Jake Moody, the rookie out of Michigan, had a couple of misses last week. Maybe that's why they're kicking, to give him some confidence. Just a 19-yard try. And Moody knocks it through. So Denver bends but doesn't break. Doesn't break, just like Jess says. They blow up that play there and stall out San Francisco in the red zone. That was good defense overall. Ray says, I got to keep it 100. If Stearns can't beat out K-Jack and his Walker, I'm not sure he's the guy. For sure. Well, right now, K-Jack's in there because Simmons is down. Stearns is starting in his role. K-Jack is starting in place of Simmons. Yeah, holding them to the field goal was definitely huge there. That really was. And that was a great job there blowing up that play by Zach Allen and Jonathan Cooper. I don't know, DH. Again, I'm only thinking maybe it's to give their rookie kicker some confidence. I don't know why they didn't go for that. I would have definitely gone for that. If you don't make it, you're pinning Denver back at their own 2-yard line. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of is the kicker needs reps. All right, so this is going to be our first chance for the Broncos offense. You imagine that first play is going to be a Javonte Williams handoff. With Pookie, I'm excited to see how he responds after taking that first hit. He'll bounce right up, I imagine, and is going to be really fired up about it. But tomorrow, I'm curious how he's going to feel when he wakes up. Is that knee going to be swollen? Is that knee going to be stiff? I've dealt with my own fair share of knee injuries, so I know what that's like. You can feel great one day, and then your knee just gives you trouble the next. So to this point, Javonte has had 0 setbacks in camp, so I'm hoping that that continues. Tight end was wide open and ran right past Alex Singleton. Okay, I mean, I didn't see. I'll have to look at the tape on that one again, because, yeah, that doesn't sound good. that does not sound good at all. Think of the field position they get if we miss. We automatically end up inside the 10. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would be... I don't know why they didn't go for that, but again, maybe it was to give some confidence for their rookie kicker. This is really just a glorified practice, basically, so this is where you want to get some of those players who are having some yips to really work out those kinks. All right, there's Sean Payton on the sidelines.
Back in Santa Clara, 49ers offense looks pretty good. By the way, no Christian McCaffrey.
118 people in the house. Thank you so much, guys.
Listen,
I appreciate you.
San Francisco's talented. The NFL wants to find out about Sean Payton's Denver Broncos now.
Oh, yeah.
They had a really good week of practice. Still a bad taste in their mouth from losing that in the last second of the week.
They had a really good week of practice, though, in the wise words of Vance Joseph. But it's true, they did.
You have an opportunity,
Oh, Jesus.
to play this game. Make the most of it. Make the
Grandma's
plays,
dog's
play
down
the
there. I didn't realize that he was
situations we talk about.
going to attack
Some
my
of those
feet.
situations
Little
affect the
chihuahua.
Broncos late in the game.
All right. Montreal Washington gets the first crack at kick return, and he will bring it out of the end zone and doesn't make it, or he does make it across the 20 to about the 22, and here comes Russ in the starting offense. I see Cam Fleming, so that means it's going to be Cam Fleming at right tackle and then Garrett Bowles at left tackle. Last week it was Bowles and Prince starting things off at our 2 tackle spots. All right, guys, here we go.
Raving about the day Russell Wilson had. So let's see if he has a night here tonight.
Let's hope so. First down and 10. Javonte Williams in the backfield, I formation with Michael Burton. Play action fake to Javonte. They dump it off to him on a screen. He drops it. Not the way you wanted things to start there for Javonte. Tried to get it to him on that play action screen and could not hold on to it. Had a drop screen in last week's game as well by Samaje Perine.
What's next? Such a big deal to get Javonte Williams back, and if he's got a case of the
second down and 10. Trips right with Greg Dulcich in the slot. Williams split out wide to the left. Empty backfield. From the 21-yard line, Wilson takes the snap, gets pressured, flush to his left, fires, and has a completion. It's Javonte Williams. So his first play of the year, or his first successful play, is a catch out of the backfield, but we have a flag down. Oh, we got DPI?
Judy has a drop. Russell Wilson gives it right back to him. Same thing.
Yep, absolutely. That was an off-schedule play right there. Russ was able to find Javonte while rolling out to the left. It looked like Ben Powers had held up initially in pass protection, but was breaking down a little bit later. Oh, Jesus, I didn't realize I fell there. Sorry.
Time in the pocket, then he moves out to his left, and this is those off-schedule plays. Hey, where do you need to
yeah, that was very nice. Very nice off-schedule play there. First down and 10 now for Denver from the 33-yard line. Here's Pookie's first carry. Stays on his feet and is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Fred Warner was in there to blow that one up. Surprise, surprise.
Scroll through this 49ers starting defense.
Kerry Hyder, Eric Armstead, Javon Hargrave, Cleveland Farrell up front for San Francisco. Flanagan, Fowles, Warner, and McCary Ball are the linebackers. And then Charvarius Ward, Ambry Thomas, Tashawn Gibson, Talanoa Hufanga in the secondary. Second down and 9, offset eye to the right. Quick drop back for Russell Wilson, in trouble, and shovels it forward, and Pookie catches it. Oh, that was a dangerous throw. That could have been a pick six for Fred Warner right there. The pocket was collapsing around Russell Wilson. He was holding on to it a little too long. Eventually, he tries to get it to his safety valve there in Javonte Williams, but man, that was dangerous business. Fred Warner pops him and could have been in a position to intercept that.
Third down and 6. Samaje Perine has replaced Williams now.
Third down and 6. Russell takes the snap. Niners bring some heat on that one. Wilson has a backdoor opening, and he's got the first down and more across midfield, out of bounds at the 46. 49ers brought a blitz on that one, but they failed to account for Russell Wilson, who found a wide open rushing lane and picked up 21 yards. That's what you love to see right there. Love it.
What I like is the decision he made. He stepped up, had a receiver.
Absolutely, that's a great decision.
Takes off, gets out of bounds, avoids a hit. That's heads up play. Just
7 minutes left in the third, or in the first. Wilson is under center.
First opportunity with the football for the Broncos. And just across
It's
here's
Pirine, and Samaje Pirine will get to about the 40-yard line. Good run there to the left side.
There's a lot to like about Samaje Pirine. Javonte Williams called him the leader of the running backs room. They asked him about his time with
Still
the
a much
Bengals
better
playing
start
in
for
Super
the
Bowl.
offensive line than the Arizona game. They were getting beat right out the jump in Arizona.
Running backs room. Those kind of guys on a roster are just rare, and you gotta help
Second down
out
and
to
4.
as much as possible.
And we'll see Williams and Pirine here in the first half, and we'll wait on Jaleel
Wilson in the
McLaughlin.
gun, hands it off. Nope, it's read option. Wilson keeps it to the left side. Wilson, big run there across the 35.
And he'll be marked out at the
But we got a
24
flag.
of the 49ers.
Is he coming back?
Flag in the area of
Uh-oh.
wide receiver holding. We'll see what
Oh,
the
wide
call is.
receiver
Referee
holding.
Trying to get on TV early, Steve.
Let's just hope it wasn't who we thought it was.
And let's say hi to our referee tonight.
Alex
It's
Kemp is our
Kemp.
referee tonight.
Holding. Offense number 14. 10-yard
It's on
penalty.
Cortland Sutton,
Second down.
It's going to go against the receiver.
trying to seal the lane for Russell Wilson to the outside,
We're
and
gonna see a replay here. Cortland Sutton
can't
is
do
gonna be
that.
Called on the hold. He's right here at the bottom of your screen, and this often happens on this play in the preseason because those defensive backs
he was
move
trying
that
to
arm
seal
is
the edge there
outside
for
the
Russell
shoulder
Wilson,
pads. You're gonna get the
and
flag
held on
every
to him
time.
way too
Better
long.
just
Can't
keep
do
it
that,
inside,
Court.
even Take it off and wave it a little bit, maybe pull with the other hand. Not that I've ever held or done that,
not never.
but if you want to get away with it, that's how you do it, Steve.
Running behind the tight end, Adam Troutman there.
Second and 14,
wipes out the
and that's offsides. Come on. Thank you.
More flags come in.
San Francisco jumped on that one. That was Kerry Hyder.
And let's see what this is about now.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 96. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
We asked offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi about that this week. If you change the snap count, he said, we haven't yet. Kind of left it out there as you might see it early. And they're the different snap count, getting the defense to jump.
Oh, they've
And that
they've
affects
changed the
rest
snap
of the
count
game.
plenty in camp.
Anytime
That's
the
bull
defensive player
crap.
jumps too
They've
early,
changed
really
the
try to
snap
throttle
count
it back and
plenty.
not get another penalty.
2 tight ends set to the left side, 2 receivers set right. Russell in the gun, Pirine in the backfield. Russell stepping up, has another rushing lane, and Russell caught from behind, but I think he crossed the first down line first. Javon Hargrave caught him from behind, but let's see where they spot it.
That Philadelphia Eagles defense came over after signing a 4-year, $84 million deal.
What I like here, you hear about timing with Russell Wilson. This is what it looks like. He gets back to his drop, he hitches twice, and gets out of there. I mean, you can't
All right,
wait
third
all
down.
day for something to happen. If you don't like the picture, just
And
take
one
off
from
running. Russell
the-
made that decision again today on this drive.
Third down and 1, got the fullback Burton
From
in
the
there.
36-yard line, they handed up the middle. It's Michael Burton, the fullback, and he grinds to the 32-yard line for the first down. So far, pretty decent. Russell Wilson's made some nice off-schedule plays with his legs, especially. He's had a couple of nice throws as well. We've had a holding call from Cortland Sutton, but other than that, not too bad. Much better than
But that's not your usual
our start against
straight-ahead
Arizona.
slam by the fullback. He had to cut that back.
First and 10, Denver is driving at the 33 of San Francisco. Play action. Wilson has nothing downfield, looking, throwing it away. Good decision there from Russ. Didn't have anywhere to go with it.
Oftentimes in the play action, there's
Just
two
has to get rid of
receivers
it.
out on a
We'll
route
say
there.
Garrett
Only
Bowles
Jerry
so
Jeudy,
far.
Cortland Sutton, Dulcich leaked
Haven't
out late.
noticed him
But two
as
defenders on
a
either of the
liability out there,
receivers
so that's a
mentioned.
positive.
Russell Wilson making the smart play, throw it away, get to second down.
Second and 10.
Williams in there.
Wilson under center.
Single
Williams in the
setback behind
backfield.
Russell Wilson, who is under center. Now he'll drop into the
Now
shotgun.
he drops back into the gun.
Tight formation.
Tight formation for Denver. Second and 10 from the 33. And Garrett Bowles with a
on that
false
left
start.
side with with all eyes on Garrett Bowles. Let's see.
It looks like it wasn't just him, though. It was
Offense,
wide receivers as well.
center.
Okay, jeez. So when those normally happen, that normally means that the center didn't snap the ball on time. I love how they call that as false start everybody but the center. But more often than not, that's the center's fault. Yep, Lloyd Cushenberry didn't snap the ball. That's on Lloyd. That's his first big error of camp, too. That's the first big error for Lloyd Cushenberry. 2nd and 15.
Ariel talked about it, all the focus on this offense. The question mark has become this offensive line. Can they run
Wilson
block
fires
Russell?
underneath, and he's got a completion to Marvin Mims, who makes his first catch, and he corkscrews forward to the 49-yard line.
Marvin Mims Jr. on the receiving end, making his NFL preseason debut. Pickup of 8 on the play. He juggled that one.
Broncos country, you are going to love Marvin Mims Jr. He's got a ton of speed. And here, juggles his first catch, but sits down. That's what you want to do
Very
in the zone.
nice.
You want to settle your feet and stop. Don't run into a defender. So already the young rookie showing a heads-up play there to make this third and manageable.
And I meant the 29-yard line, not the 49-yard line. 3rd down and 7. Trips right.
P-Ryan's back in there.
P-Ryan out of the backfield. Wilson fires. End zone. Incomplete. Overthrew Jerry Jeudy. Looking for a flag downfield. It was tight coverage. Broncos wanted a flag there for illegal contact downfield on Jeudy. Let's see. Oh, come on. I think, come on. That, he gets tugged, man. Broncos definitely had an argument there. That should have been a flag.
And make sure there's no doubt.
So now it's going to be a 47-yard try for Brett Maher. Let's see how he does on a much better playing surface. From 47, Maher is up and good. All right, a much better start for the Denver Broncos. Defensively on our first drive, we bent a little bit, but we're able to hold San Francisco to a field goal. Then we're able to march downfield and get a field goal of our own. A much, much stronger start for the Denver Broncos. Our offensive line held up relatively well in pass protection. It should have been a flag antelope. The officials missed it. That definitely should have been a flag. So, ref ball at its finest once again. But after the really rough start in Arizona, I will definitely take that. Boucher says Mims is the new Cooper Kupp. I like that. Yeah, that should have been a flag. I don't know why they didn't call that. That was a missed call there by the officials. But again, man, at least the offensive line looked fairly efficient out there. When they did broke down, it was good to see Russell Wilson make some plays happen with his legs. We did have that big run from Russ called back on that read option because of Courtland Sutton's holding penalty. But Russ is playing really well. He really is. Yeah, that was a bad call, DH3. Bad call. Yeah, Bowles, again, I didn't notice any negative plays from him right off the bat. I'm going to have to go back and look at the tape. But it seems that I'm going to have much less bad things to say about the offensive line this week so far. Knock on wood. We got Sarah Martin in the house saying we see huge improvements in the offensive line this game. Absolutely, 100%. It's just good to see this team came out there with a much greater emphasis on execution and urgency. And that's the Sean Payton effect. Powers got beat once. Yes, he did. He did. I did notice that. All right, we're back.
Goal for Brett Maher. And we're at a 3-3.
All right, here's Maher to kick it off following the 47-yard field goal.
Number 2 for both these teams.
100% DH, and that was a really good off-schedule play from Russ too, man. Powers got beat, the pocket broke down, but Russ was able to make something happen.
Here tonight.
Ronnie Bell back deep for San Francisco. Let's see if we get another drive for Brock Purdy and their starters. Yeah, and I'm going to be curious to see if Javonte Williams goes out there for another series. I believe he will. We got Sarah for 10 bones. Thank you so much, Sarah. Really appreciate you. Helps keeps the lights on around here. Says refs were blind. Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
Helps convert. Also picking up some blocks. This is a great catch. Coming back to the ball, back to the line of scrimmage with Russell Wilson.
Yeah, man. Russell Wilson had a really strong drive there. I'm excited to break this one down.
So many times rookies are not ready. We may have seen the last of them, though. Coach said he wants 4 carries and 1 catch. Already, he's got 2 catches.
Second unit.
Have players had issues with drops during camp? Sam Darnold in at quarterback now. Getting those QB2 reps ahead of Trey Lance. Yes, there have been some drop issues with Jerry Jeudy. So Sam Darnold, last season, he played for the Carolina Panthers, made his season debut against Denver, and carved us up. Now in strong position to be the 49ers QB2 ahead of Trey Lance. Lance got the start last week. This week, the first crack at the QB2 reps go to Sammy Darnold. I almost called him Sammy Sleeves for Sam Bradford. 2nd and 10. Sam's in the gun. Takes the snap. Denver brings some heat. Darnold gets hit on the release and dumps it underneath to Jordan Mason. Yeah, it was, man. Broncos are bringing some heat. Looks like Denver's still got some starters out there. Kareem Jackson, Josie Jewell, so our starting D. Still rocking and rolling. Sean Payton's holding true to his 20 to 25 snaps. I think the receivers and the running backs are getting excited too quickly about getting upfield before making the catch. Absolutely. That's the one we definitely saw with Jerry Jeudy's drop in Arizona last week. All right, 3rd and 5 for San Francisco. Darnold with 3 receivers to the right. Looking left, fires, and that is broken up. Into traffic, PBU by Damari Mathis. Trying to hit Ronnie Bell on that one. That was a great play by Mathis. That's good to see. Mathis has had an up-and-down camp, slated to be our main starting boundary corner alongside Pat Surtain. So that is really good to see.
And they just want him to continue to get better at understanding the situations.
5 interceptions?
Hey, left hand up, you wrap
3.
Right arm around.
Okay, I was gonna. It was blocked. The number was blocked by a little icon. I couldn't see how many he threw. I was gonna say 5. And a shanked punt there by Wishnowski, and that's gonna give Denver some good field position here for their next drive, all the way at the 37. So, Russell Wilson and the first-team offense set to go out there for their 2nd possession. And they will have some good field position, man. So, overall, I'm really pleased with what we're seeing so far. Defense forces a 3-and-out there. Damari Mathis with a really nice pass breakup. I'm pleased. I am definitely pleased with what we're seeing so far. And Damari needed that, man. He really did. He's had some struggles in camp, for sure. Hey, DS, I'd appreciate it if you not spam the chat with multiple messages of the same. If you can just do one, that'd be great. Thank you. Okay, so overall, I think there's much less grounds for concern. Jason Phillips says, Bills Mafia is in full panic mode. I love it because I've had to deal with them in Western New York, so I'd love the downfall of the Bills. I like the Bills personally. I'm rooting for them big time because Von Miller's there. I really like Josh Allen. I'm somebody who's really pulling for the Bills this year. If Denver can't make it to the Super Bowl, which, let's be honest, they're not going to, then I want Buffalo to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Yeah, so overall, man, Russell Wilson looked really good on that opening drive. I'm excited to see if that can continue. Offensive line had 1 negative play from what I could count. Again, I'm going to have to go back and watch the tape on that, but it wasn't nearly as bad as the Arizona game where you noticed it just right off the bat. So I'm definitely a lot more pleased with the performance of our offensive line. I imagine we're going to see probably the starters for a good majority of the first half. And then they'll turn things over to Jarrett Stidham for the 3rd quarter, and hopefully we'll see Ben DiNucci sooner rather than later once the backups get in. Carolina says, WTF, I don't know. What the fuck? Yeah, the invisible Mountain Dew is pretty funny on the green screen. Yeah, man, you know, John, if the Broncos make the playoffs this year, I will call that a successful season after what we've had to go through. So this week, we've made a few transactions. We signed former Saints running back Dwayne Washington, waived defensive lineman Forrest Merrill, and kicker Elliott Fry, and linebacker Ray Wilborn. We also signed former UCLA long snapper Jack Landhair and wide receiver J.J. Koski. Oh, Jarrett Stidham's in. Oh, and Stiddy is getting some work here with the first-team O-line. Okay, so Sean's seen enough from Russell Wilson. Sean saw a positive night from Russell Wilson and looks like he's done with that, so he's giving Jarrett Stidham some looks here. I'm okay with that. Stidham had a bad day, so now he's going to get a look with the first-team offense. I'm okay with this. I really am. We had to do this at least once. Russ had a good drive. I am perfectly okay with pulling him out here. 2nd and 2. Stiddy takes the snap, looking to set up a screen for Pookie, and Javonte is blown up right away. T.Y. McGill. Oh, man. Okay, I know I said I liked it, but I would have maybe wanted to see if the starters are going to roll. I would have wanted Russ in there, but he had a strong drive. I get why they pulled him. I do. And now it looks like they might be pulling Pookie, too. 3rd down and 2.
Guess what's going to happen in the game? We're going to be on a 12-play drive. We're going to be in a gotta-have-it situation. You're going to be in there. So some of that is planned as well.
Yes, Russ completed some passes. Handoff. Pirine, and he's got the first down. Good hard running there. Let me look up Russ's stat line, his final stat line for the evening.
As an offensive line, you love it when it's 3rd and short. Your coach calls a run. Tells you that he believes in you, and some RJP Ryan, a wise veteran, knowing, hey.
But again, Russell Wilson made some really nice plays with his legs, so his passing stat line may leave something to be desired. I have to pull it up and see what it is here. 3 for 6 for 24 yards, so not a bad passing line. You know the hot take heads are going to run away with that. But watch the tape here. Russell Wilson played well, and that means that's going to be nice, actually, because tonight means that my film study from him is going to be nice and short. I'll get that out pretty soon after the game's over. That's nice. Exactly, Texan. I agree. Welcome in, by the way. I feel like the reason that they pulled Russell is because Sean was happy with what he saw. If he wasn't happy, he would have left Russell out there. So I'm perfectly... If Sean's happy, I'm happy. Pirine is a beast. 49 total yards for Russell Wilson. Yeah, I thought Russell Wilson looked good out there. He really did. We got Texan for 5 bones. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you, my friend. Says, go Broncos. Whoop, whoop. He moved in the pocket very, very well. He really did. He moved things around, manipulated the defense with his eyes. He looked good. Yeah, he made maybe one questionable decision. Sekokini, I believe that's how you say that. He made maybe one questionable decision. Yes, we will be doing a post-game live after this one. Last week, I kind of cut it short because I wanted to get that film study out for Russell Wilson. I still got it out late, but this week, since the game's not so late, we'll be going a little bit longer for the post-game, and especially since Russell Wilson only went for one drive, my film study for him is going to be nice and short and sweet. Yeah, there were some little flashes there of vintage Russ. There really was. Icy, I'm drinking Mountain Dew. That's kind of my signature beverage. Mountain Dew and water, that's mostly what I drink. Unsweet tea too, but it's kind of surprising. Like, I like my Mountain Dew and I like soda, but I don't like sweet tasting drinks. So I don't like sugar in my coffee. I don't like sugar in my tea. It's weird because, like, I enjoy soda, but I do not enjoy, like, sugar in my drinks, if that makes any sense at all. Gotta get your phone, Antelope. Oh no. Stidham needs to have a good game. I agree. I believe they will carry 3 quarterbacks, Jason, but right now, man, if Jarrett Stidham has to play in a regular season game, I'm not very confident. Let's see if he can change that in this performance, being out there with the first-team offense.
Starting at 4:30 a.m. for the latest on news, weather, and traffic, only on 9 News. 3-3 on our way to the
All right, here we go.
second opportunity for the Broncos.
Start of the second quarter. It's 2nd down and 6 for Denver from the 43-yard line. Uh-oh. Bad snap. Bad snap. Stidham falls on it.
On top of him.
So poor exchange there between Jarrett Stidham and Lloyd Cushenberry. Hard to tell who that one was on without being in the huddle, but not a good play regardless. At least Stidham was able to fall on it.
Just has to make a couple more plays, and even just the snap there, the basics of the offense.
We got 3rd down and 8 now. Sean Payton looks pissed.
3rd down and 8. Pushed back beyond the 45.
Sutton, Judy, and Mims are the wide receivers. Stidham fires with some pressure underneath, gets Greg Dulcich involved, and Greg Dulcich spins, and he's got a 1st down. Very good job by Jarrett Stidham hanging in there, finding the open Greg Dulcich, who made a man miss in the open field. That was very nice. Oh, God, Cam Fleming got beat bad off the edge. Good job there by Stidham hanging in. Good job.
A lot of people doing fantasy football drafts these days, Steve. Greg Dulcich, pick him up if you can. He's going to get a lot of targets. One of Russ's favorite
Icy, yes. I go to all the Broncos home games. I've been to every one since 2018, not counting the COVID year. 1st down and 10 from the 28. Stidham hands it off. It's Pirine running up the gut, and he gets 9 yards. Very good run there from Samaje Pirine, who's been a very physical, hard downhill runner. Says it himself, he's never going to bring you a speedy, explosive run, but he is a physical downhill runner that'll put his shoulder pads down and get those tough earned yards. Me too, Jason. I'm a big fan of the XFL. I was watching Ben DiNucci a lot there in Seattle. I'm really excited for him to get this opportunity in Denver. Fullback handoff, Michael Burton for the 2nd time. Picks up the 1st down. Yeah, shout out to all the mods, man, for getting rid of all those bots. Thank you guys for doing what you do. I really appreciate you. So we got 9 former Saints players now on the Denver Broncos roster. Latest addition today, or latest addition earlier this week, was former Saints running back Dwayne Washington. Russ looked good, made some really nice off-schedule plays, made some plays with his legs, hit 3 completed passes. So again, Russ looked really solid. Sean was pleased with what he saw after one drive and then pulled him. Meanwhile, Jarrett Stidham gets sacked. Carry higher. Let's see who got beat on that one. That was actually T.Y. McGill who got the sack there. Let's see what happened. Ben Powers again. Oh, boy. Oh, that wasn't good. Yeah, so McGill hit Powers with a shove and then beat him to the inside. That was not a pretty rep there from Powers. So that's 2 bad reps today for Ben Powers. 2nd down and 18. 3 receivers, including Adam Troutman, split out to the right. Stidham dumps it. Screen for Javonte Williams. And Williams will get to the 22. Game 2.
That's the thing with him. How's he cutting? What power, the explosiveness, any hesitation yet?
No hesitation, full speed, full power.
11:45 left to play in the 2nd quarter. Yeah, Stidham does have to move around a little bit. He's not the most agile guy in the pocket. 3rd down and 16. How many yards this year for Javonte? Hopefully he crosses 1,000. That'd be nice. 3rd and 16. Stidham. Bubble screen. It's Jerry Jeudy. And Jeudy cannot get to the 15. Gains about 5 yards there. And that's going to bring another field goal opportunity here for Brett Maher and the Broncos special teams unit. Maher made his first kick from 47.
With the Raiders, but has made plays in the first preseason game for the 49ers, and they're getting in on it all the way out by the numbers.
We got
Jerry
200
catching
people
that
in the
pass.
house for a
Meant to
preseason
be a
game.
long snap
That is
battle.
insane. Thank you so much, guys.
Jack Landher.
We got Jack Landhair
Just
in
added
there
this
at long
week. He'll be
snapper,
the
our
long
new
snapper.
addition there.
Here's Brett Maher.
Welcome in, Southern Belle. Thank you so much for tuning in. 34 yards, one more than an extra point, and no problem. Holy shit.
And it's good.
Was that thunder or a gunshot? Hold on 1 second.
It's a field goal kind of night.
Oh, that was
so far.
thunder. Okay.
Denver.
Dude, that sounded like a lightning strike right outside. Holy crap.
Is this your plan to watch the game today?
That just
Yeah,
scared the
to
living
watch many
hell out of
NFL
our
Sunday
animals,
tickets.
too.
It's not your best plan.
Dude,
Do you know what it is?
I thought that was like
My
someone...
plan from Verizon.
Oh,
Switch
God.
now and they'll give you
And then my
NFL Sunday
grandma's
ticket
dog
and
just
YouTube
bit my
TV
foot.
on them.
I thought that was a
Amazing.
gunshot. Like, I
Another
thought
amazing
someone
plan?
just blasted a
Backing away
shotgun
from you.
outside my apartment.
slowly.
Holy crap.
Oh,
Dude, I didn't realize that there was going to be storms out there. Jesus.
Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, only on Verizon.
McLaughlin and P. Ryan definitely are going to get plenty of workload. I don't know how much Jalil's going to get with the first team because I don't think that the team wants to expose what they plan on doing with him. But spoiler alert, guys, he was getting plenty of first team work the past few days in camp.
The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in.
Oh yeah, that was definitely thunder. It's starting to rain out there.
5 or Ioniq 6 with up to $7,500 total savings. See your
Yeah, like I heard California is getting ready to get hit with like a hurricane. That's not something you see often.
Completely relaxed, yet totally recharged.
Jeez, it is like a downpour right now in Denver. It's weird because like out to the east, which is the direction I'm looking out my window at, it doesn't look like there are that many clouds, but I guess out west it's looking...
Electric. Excitement.
Merlot says, thought you saw Williams with a slight limp. I hope not.
Win is a win.
Let's see. I've got Philip Lindsay. I've got Terrell Davis. I've got Jason Elam. And I got Eddie Royal, so 4. My grandma's Chihuahua's an asshole. He bites you at any given chance. Yeah, I mean, normally the water temperature in the Pacific, where the California is, I mean, that part of the Pacific, you wouldn't normally associate with a hurricane.
Today's Broncos coverage
Normally the
is
water
sponsored
temperatures
by
are too
Bet
cool for that, I
MGM,
would
an
imagine.
official sports betting partner of the Denver Broncos. If you would have bet the Broncos,
Let's see if I can get a further update here on Javonte.
Yeah.
Second quarter, you probably have a couple bucks for yourself there, Ryan.
Well, this is a lot like a regular season game. Coaches always want to kick field goals in the first half. Take the
Oh
points,
crap, I
just
forgot to
support
mute that
your
last set of
offense.
commercials. I hope I don't
You
get a
have to see
copyright
real
strike.
big dynamic play outside of Deebo Samuel's 2 early catches.
217 people in the house.
Broncos player on offense or
Jeez.
defense to make a play, make the team.
I got my
Last week,
fantasy
week
draft,
3
I believe, on the
Denver, Broncos
27th.
beat the 49ers 11-10. So you wouldn't have expected that to
All
be
right,
the
Brett
final
Maher
score.
kicks it off. That'll be a touchback.
Talk about what Sean Payton's
And our
been saying
defense
lately,
will
but
get their
not about
third
what he's
crack
been
at it
wearing.
here.
Sean Payton is the only coach in the NFL to have an exclusive deal with Jordan shoes. In fact,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan saw that he's been wearing a lot of Jordans and invited him to be the exclusive coach of Jordans. He hasn't worn.
Oh, that's cool.
He barely
I didn't
wears
know it
the
was
same
the
pair twice.
exclusive.
And even Pat Surtain says he kind of brags.
I had
about it,
Russ
guys.
as my quarterback in fantasy last year. I eventually had to drop
All
him.
those players are jealous, and he's wearing the Air Jordan 11s there, classic shoe.
I
favorite of
dropped him
many,
when
and
Brock
make
Purdy
sure
rose to
53 guys who are gonna
relevance.
make this roster are jealous of that shoe deal. They're gonna be asking for some shoes.
Sam Darnold now in the gun. From the 25-yard line, steps out, some pressure. He's going to run, and Sam Darnold gets popped by Frank Clark. Frank Clark is running here in the second quarter. He did not start this game. It was Jonathan Cooper who started at edge alongside Randy Gregory.
So much of the turmoil throughout his career, and here making a tough play. I mean, hitting a
Man,
quarterback
right
these
there,
days in the
it looked
NFL,
like a
that's
hold on Nick
risky business.
Benito.
That
It
could
looked like
cost
the
you,
left
Steve.
tackle was holding on
Sam
that
Darnold
one.
could use a little better
That could have been a
vision
sack
than Nick
otherwise.
so
Second
not
down
sure
and
you can see that
2.
well.
Good to see Frank Clark on the field as
Oh,
well.
Trent Williams is out there, is he?
Play a week ago.
Is that Trent Williams out there?
Stop there.
Okay, no, that's not. I was going to say, Niners better not be playing Trent Williams right now at left tackle. Meanwhile, they handed off to Davis Price, and he looks to be a little bit short on that one. DJ Jones and Jonathan Harris in on the tackle.
Give him a yard on the play. So just short of the marker.
Holding. Offense number 51.
Wow, Jess, that's insane.
Talk about Singleton again. He told us he's an avid reader.
Those
now.
lightning
He got
strikes
into
are no
reading
joke.
because of his significant other.
Yeah, Russ
He
did have a
started
very
with the
strong
Tunnel List
practice
and
this
is now
past
reading
week,
American
so I'm
Buffalo.
totally okay with
Becoming a literary guy
Sean
in addition
pulling
to
him
one of the
out.
best
I have
tacklers
no
in the
issues
NFL.
with it at all.
I'm still reading the hockey news myself. Second down and 12.
Second and
after this
12.
Penalty on Jason Poe. 9.5 to play here in the first half.
Darnold's alone, or Darnold in the shotgun with a back to his right. Darnold fires slant complete. That is Brandon, or that's not Brandon Ayuk, that's 17, Chris Conley, former Kansas City Chiefs receiver. Damari Mathis with the tackle there, picked up a 12.
Making the most of what they call off coverage by the Denver Broncos. A couple times now tonight, the defensive backs are 7 to 10 yards deep, and that's
Yeah,
easy
Jess,
pitching
hopefully
catch
all's
for the
well
offense, and Sam
with your
Darnold is
mom
placing it right
especially.
on Conley's numbers. Gets the ball, takes a step, and fires it out. Still good coverage there by Damari Mathis. A tough play to stop.
3rd and 1. Handoff, first down. Ty Davis Price. Troy Fumagalli, the former Bronco, helped block on that one. Alex Singleton with the tackle, but not before San Francisco moves the chains.
Going to be a point of emphasis every single game. But Vance Joseph telling us
All right, we got to tighten up here on defense a little bit. 49ers trying to work on their backup quarterback battle between Sam Darnold and Trey Lance. Brock Purdy, of course, their entrenched starter. He played the first series. There's Vance Joseph barking signals at his defense. Tight end in motion for Sam Darnold, who's under center play action. Stepping up, gets hit as he throws, fires, and completes it. Jawan Jennings working on Jaquan McMillan. Darnold with some pressure on his face on that one. He took a hit, but still able to deliver a really nice throw there to Jennings. Josie Jewell applies the pressure on that one, hits Darnold, but that's just a really strong throw there from Sam.
We haven't seen that kind of a play from Sam Darnold his whole career. Just an excellent route, getting open, creating separation, keeping the ball away from your body where the defender wants to chop it down. Jawan Jennings there with a heck of a play.
And we got a flag.
Bring that back. See if they call a penalty. There's a flag down.
Thank you.
Okay, never mind.
Not going to tell us the penalty.
Guess not.
Nope.
This is the first of many kinds with this referee.
Well, regardless, it's 1st and 10 for San Francisco from the 27-yard line. Darnold fires over the middle, completes to his tight end, Charlie Warner on that one. Gets blasted by Josie Jewell, but gains 10, another flag down.
This is a difference in the preseason, the regular season.
Offside.
And it's offside.
Number 99 was lined up in the neutral zone.
Zach Allen.
Second down.
Can't do that.
Often veteran defensive linemen like Zach Allen trying to take a couple more inches to get towards that offensive lineman. Got called for it. Chris Jones does that to the Chiefs. Well, that's a difference in the preseason there, Steve. In the preseason, guys are looking. Who's the
I don't really have a second favorite team I see. I just follow the whole league. I'm Broncos country through and through. Always have been, always will be. 2nd down and 9 from the 38-yard line. Darnold in the gun. Chris Conley goes in motion. Bunch formation here for San Francisco. They hand it off, and that was nearly a tackle in the backfield there on Jordan Mason. I think that might have been Damari Mathis. I don't know who that was that flew in there. But somebody for Denver nearly had a tackle in the backfield.
Yardage, Vance Joseph was talking about a couple of defenders for the Broncos had an early shot.
There were points where pressure was an issue, Jason. He had to step out of pressure a couple of times, but I'd much rather him be able to make plays with his legs in those situations.
Got to give it to this Broncos defense.
3rd down and 4 now for San Francisco from their own 42. Sam Darnold in the split backfield. Jonathan Cooper's coming. He gets some pressure on that one, and Randy Gregory cleans it up. We got another sack there. Jonathan Cooper forces it, but Randy Gregory will likely be credited with the sack. Nobody blocks Jonathan Cooper. He flies free. Randy Gregory beats the right tackle, Matt Pryor, and that is just a disaster for San Francisco. Let's go.
Randy Gregory, excellent team rush, excellent finishing on 3rd down by the Broncos defense.
Hell yeah, baby, let's go. 4th and 14. Mitch Wishnowski's going to punt it. Marvin Mims back there, and he's going to let that one go out of bounds. That'll be walked up. And Denver will get some strong field position here. Jarrett Stidham will be back out there. Curious to see if the rest of the Broncos starting offense will play. Russell Wilson had 1 series. Sean Payton was happy with what he saw. He had 49 total yards, 25 on the ground, 24 through the air. And then they pulled him out because Sean was happy with what he saw. And so now we'll see if Jarrett Stidham gets another crack with the first team here. Gotta be honest, I am concerned right now about... I'm definitely concerned about Ben Powers because he had a really rough outing against Arizona, and then he had 2 beats today that I've already counted. So that's a problem. If Ben Powers can't step up, then this offensive line's in trouble because to this point in training camp, he'd really been one of our more consistent players out on that unit. 226 players in the house. That's insane. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I agree, DS. This is 20 times better than the Cardinals game. I mean, just way better. Jonathan Cooper is looking good out there, man. He's had a really strong camp. Him and Nick Bonito have really taken that next big step in their development. I'm really excited. I'm kind of curious to see, where things are going to shake out for Baron Browning once he gets back from his injury. He's probably not going to be back until October-ish is the earliest that I'm hearing. And right now, we've got young edge rushers stepping up all around him. Baron Browning, I'm curious to see what's going to be happening. Yeah, and I'm curious, is Netani Moody still on the Raiders? I don't know if he even is still on the Raiders at this point. Raiders are they're just a dumpster fire of bad in their own right. All right, we're back. 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
Mike Shanahan will have to wait 1 more year to hear his name possibly called into the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely disgusting. He should have been in the Hall of Fame 5 years ago. Should have been in the Hall of Fame 10 years ago. Okay, he is still on the Raiders.
Also up for candidacy, but Randy Gradishar, he will possibly be able to hear his name on Tuesday.
Randy, again, long overdue. Just the fact that Mike Shanahan's not in there, the fact that he's still contributing to this game. Okay, Broncos' second string offensive line is in there, so the starters are completely done. They're going to hand it off. Jaleel! Time to unleash the beast! 5-yard gain, tough inside grinding run for Jaleel. So we're seeing Jaleel McLaughlin much earlier in this game. Part of that's due to Tyler Beatty not playing with an injury. But I imagine we're going to see plenty of the beast tonight, baby. Oh, I'm fucking pumped. Let's go. Cowboy, dude, go on. Go on. Don't, if you're going to be a dick and bite, you got to go. My grandma's crazy chihuahua. 2nd and 5. Stid, quick throw out to little Jordan Humphrey, who cannot break out of trouble there, and he gets tackled at the line of scrimmage by Hawkins of the Niners. Dude, I want to see some Jaleel tonight, man. Let's unleash the beast.
Revolutionize the game of football, running to the edge, using that zone offense, that zone run game, turning undrafted and low draft picks into...
Absolutely, Randy Gradishar should be in the Hall. Hopefully he gets it this year. 3 receivers set to the left for Stidham with an empty backfield. He makes a check at the line. Shifts the Samaje Perine back tight. Stidham looking. Nowhere to go, and he is sacked. Stidham holds on to it way too long, and he gets dumped in the backfield. Had nowhere to go, and can't do that. We got 2.5K. Let's go. Thank you so much for the 2,500 subs, Broncos country. That is incredible. Such an incredible journey this has been. We've really grown exponentially ever since training camp has started. We're up almost 1,000 subs since training camp. Yeah, Stidham's so afraid of taking an incompletion, he'll sit in the pocket and let the play die in the pocket. I don't think I actually have anything signed, honestly. That's not really something I've ever been too big on. If I ever get the opportunity to meet a player, I'm always cool with just shaking their hand and getting the chance to talk to them for a second. I'm not going to ask them for an autograph or anything like that. Oh, man, I'm hoping at this point we get the Danucci for the entire second half. We better. Thank you, Esteban. I really appreciate you. He does, Vaughn. He looks like Joe Flacco out there. A freaking statue. Okay. Also, if you have yet to vote in our poll, please be sure to do so, guys. Let me know who you think is going to win this game. I've got 4... Oh, wait. Oh, this is a different window. This is updating on this side. Okay. There we go. That makes sense. Sorry, guys. Who would win in a 1v1? Jamar Chase versus PS2. Well, I believe we got that in 2021. Yeah, we got that in 2021. And I believe PS2 not locked him down for most of the game. Yeah, Stidham looks like bad. He really does. At this point, I don't give two craps how much money you're paying Jarrett Stidham. This can't be a political decision here. Players in that locker room are going to know that Ben DiNucci is the better quarterback. You can't justify putting Jarrett Stidham out there if you're going to really take the approach that you don't care how you got here. It's what you do when you get here, because right now, Jarrett Stidham isn't doing shit. Absolutely, Randy Gradishar should have been in the Hall of Fame 20-plus years ago. The fact that he's not is ridiculous. All right, they're showcasing Mike McGlinchey right now on the broadcast. Not playing tonight with his knee injury, the former San Francisco 49er.
It was a problem when he was young. His parents had to carry around his birth certificate to basketball
wow.
to prove his age. Much like you, Ryan, named team captain.
That's funny.
Notre Dame consensus All-American his final year.
Exactly, not just the locker room, the whole world. All right, 1st and 10 from the 20. Sam Darnold is under center. Hands it off here to Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason slipping some tackles. He's got the first down, eventually brought down by Alex Singleton. So, looks like pretty much all the starters, with the exception of Russell Wilson, are still in there. Oh, look, Quinn Minor, the offensive line's still not out there. That's right. The starting defense is still out there.
He earned $87.5 million contract, 5 years.
DT took a pick. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is very true, Jess. That's a really incredible memory you were able to capture there, though. 1st and 10. Handoff for Mason. Only a couple there. Jonathan Harrison on the tackle. Tell you what, Jonathan Harris has looked really good in camp. He's proven why he deserves to be a starting D-end alongside Zach Allen. Oh, man. The right tackle position. Ever since we moved Orlando Franklin from right tackle left guard, it's been a revolving door. We've started more than 20 different players at right tackle since that point. All right, Sam Darnold swings it out, pass complete. That is Bell, and Ronnie Bell will take that one to about the 45-yard line.
Let's stay with the Ryan Harris story.
I'm not sure, Exotic. Since we have joint practices with the Rams, those are kind of treated as kind of like a preseason game instead of a preseason game. So it may be some of the lower-end roster players who are trying to make this team. Yep, so pretty much this whole starting defense is still in there for the most part, except for Pat Surtain. And awkward start to the play. We got a false start on this one.
Malik Jackson, the touchdown.
False start. Offense number 63. 5-yard penalty.
False start on San Francisco.
I mean, we had a team, guys that cared about each other, willing to do the little things, and it was strange. You know, we were walking in the back part of the
favorite
stadium,
Broncos player of all time. Again, it's going to age me as a younger fan, but Peyton Manning.
Somewhere, Lady Gaga sang the national anthem, the Blue Angels flying over the field. and just the most
All right, looks like San
intensity of
Francisco's
any
going to let this
football
one
game
tick down to the
ever
2-minute
played.
warning.
5
Let me make
biggest hits
sure
I've
I
had in
have
my
got
career.
my
I got 2 of them in that Super Bowl
got
game.
my
Just
oh
the precision,
no,
the
didn't mean to do
intensity.
that, but
Panthers
yep,
were
got
good,
that ready to
but
go.
not good enough.
And now you sleep
Cool.
with that ring on, pretty much, huh?
Can't tell me what to do with it.
I'm sure your wife must love that.
Well, the
2-minute
good news
warning
after
in
this
Santa
first
Clara.
half Broncos country is that I'm not going to have to go take a stress bong rip at halftime. I'm going to go take a happy bong rip at halftime. God, last week I was so spun up. That offensive line gave me chest pains. All right, guys, so we got the 2-minute warning right now. Be sure to stick around for second half action here on Denver Broncos Syndicate. We will probably see Ben DiNucci and the third string offense for a good chunk of the second half. Yeah, and you know, the reason for me, I can't pick John Elway because I never saw John Elway play. He retired a few months before I was born. So I can't say John Elway because I never got to watch him play. So for me, the best quarterback that I got to watch in my Broncos fandom thus far is Peyton Manning. It's not even close. You take Peyton Manning out of the equation, it's got to be 5'8", man. Von Miller is the reason why my team has won a Super Bowl in my lifetime, pretty much. I have to give him the credit for that. I gotta be honest, D-Rock, Drew Sanders has been a little quiet in this one. He's had a strong camp, but in this game he's been, granted he hasn't been out there, I mean, he hasn't been out there. That's why he's been quiet, Gage. He hasn't been out there. It's been Singleton and Josie Jewell, but I'm hoping that he can make an impact when he gets out there. I do not have a Peyton Manning jersey. That might be the next one to add to the arsenal. I was thinking him or Von Miller. Yeah, oh yeah, I can definitely acknowledge that John Elway made the Denver Broncos. Peyton brought him back to life. Absolutely. But again, I never got to experience John Elway's contributions on the field for this team. The only John Elway experience I've had as a Broncos fan has been his time as our GM. Because I'm only 23. I was born December 31st of 1999, so a few months after our second championship. Appreciate all my mods in there taking care of those bots. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for doing what you do. All right, we are back.
What you do today, Ryan?
Pre-game surf, homie. Let's
Come
go.
on, man.
Nectar.
Wow.
Catching some waves.
Hey, Ariel, all right.
Yeah. Getting up.
Right.
Catching waves. Got back. Showered.
All right.
Let's go call a game.
I feel like I got the wrong end of the day here.
2-minute drill here. First down and 15 for Sam Darnold and the 49ers from their own 40-yard line. Darnold fires underneath. Nice catch. Oh, ball's out. Ball's out, and it's recovered by San Francisco. Ronnie Bell on the catch there. Damari Mathis makes the stop.
Damari Mathis is having himself a game just right near the receiver, and looks like the ball came out at the end. But one of the things, Damari Mathis closing on the receiver, and look at that, trying to punch the ball out.
Yeah, that's a good job there by Mathis, man. He punched the ball out.
With the catch. You got to follow through.
Sounds good, Q.
We got a timeout.
All right, we got a timeout here. I hate how they go to commercial breaks on timeouts inside of 2 minutes. You're already about to go to halftime. Got to get in some more of those. I see. I'm on stream every road game. Every home game, I am at Mile High. So here, our next game stream is going to actually be week 3 of the regular season when we travel down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Our first 2 games for the regular season are going to be home games. So I'll be at that one, and I'll also be at next week's preseason home opener, our soft home opener, if you will, against the Los Angeles Rams. Still got 187 people in the house. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in. Be sure to smash that like button if you have yet to do so. I would really appreciate it. I mean, yeah, Floyd Little has to be on, like, the Broncos' Mount Rushmore for everything that he contributed to this organization. I mean, he basically is the reason why this team is still the Denver Broncos and they weren't relocated out of Denver. So, Floyd definitely deserves to be on the Broncos' Mount Rushmore, 150%. So, well, Broncos Mount Rushmore would be, let's see, John Elway definitely deserves to be on there. Floyd Little. Oh, man, do we put Terrell Davis on there? I think you got to have to put Terrell Davis on there. And then either Peyton Manning or Von Miller is probably 4. Or, no, Champ. Champ has to be on there. Champ has to be on there.
Until halftime, San Francisco has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. And it's a 2nd down and 7.
I believe, Brad, it's because Sean Payton was happy with what he saw from Russ.
He can take another one after an incompletion or a short
He liked what he saw, no need to risk any injury or anything like that. Get him out. I'm perfectly good with that. Jarrett Stidham needs reps anyway. He's looked like hammered dog crap out there. 2nd down. Broncos bringing a blitz and they get home! Zach Allen with the sack on Sam Darnold. San Francisco's O-line collapses like a deck of cards. So there's Zach Allen, man. He has made a couple of big plays in this game. VJ with a well-dialed-up blitz right there. Zach Allen just destroys the center. Clowns the center on the inside. That's John Feliciano, the veteran. Zach Allen just destroyed him. I mean, if there were room for 5 faces, then Steve would maybe be 5, but I don't know if I can put Steve in the top 4. I love me some Steve, man. I always shake his hand whenever I see him at training camp, but I just don't know if I can put him on the top 4.
So a lot of those Broncos
I put John in the Mount Rushmore. I put John in there. 3rd and 14.
Frank Clark is coming too. Here's Darnold.
Oh, here comes more pressure. Darnold steps out of it. He's got to run. Sam Darnold will slide short of the 1st down near the midfield stripe. And it's going to be about 4th and 5, a minute 38 left.
And the clock is stopped. Broncos have 1 timeout left.
Let's see, has Denver called a timeout? Try to give their offense some time here before.
Timeout used there.
This is the situation.
And yes, Denver did call a timeout.
Production meetings. Coach wants them to know, hey, here's what we're doing in this situation defensively. Here's what we're looking for offensively. And right now, the offensive coordinator.
Denver out of timeouts. They're going to have about a minute and a half for their offense to go downfield and get a score here. And hopefully we can maybe double up because we do get the ball back out to start the 2nd half. Broncos regular season debut. Sunday, September 10th against the Raiders at home. Super excited for that one. The atmosphere at Mile High is going to be insane. Sean Payton's official first home game as a Bronco. 4th and 5. Mitch Wishnowsky will kick it away. Another short punt. And Marvin Mims will fair catch it at the 20. All right, so a minute 31 here for Jarrett Stidham in the offense to go down and do something. But no timeouts.
They call 2 plays in the huddle. You want to hurry up and get to the line of scrimmage. Receivers, if you catch the ball, run the ball back to the referee on the line of scrimmage to cut down any time that may be running off the clock.
Stidham so far 5 for 5 for 25 yards, but hasn't looked great. That's a pretty deceiving stat line right there. Yeah, perfect. No, not perfect. Looked like shit. 1st and 10. Little screen here. It's Tony Jones, and Tony will get about 9 yards. We've seen Jaleel McLaughlin out for a couple of snaps here with the 2nd team. Clock continues to roll. Trips right. Stidham takes the snap. Pressure. Fires underneath. Complete. Jones gains 3 or 4. Clock continues to roll. They got to hurry him up. 1st down and 10. From the 33, Stid retreats and sails that one. Tried to throw it off of his back foot, looking for Tony Jones in the flat.
They talk about having a vanilla offense.
That was Stidham's first incompletion of the night.
And scouting the team like the 49ers in the regular season, you see they're bringing pressure up the middle. You got to send a route right over
Sean
the
Payton
middle.
calling in the plays to Stidham's helmet. Russell Wilson with the earpiece and ball cap on, listening in.
To make sure you get a positive game.
There's Joe Lombardi. He's our offensive coordinator, but not the play caller, obviously. He's just involved in play design. It's offensive coordinator by title, but we all know Sean's the offensive mastermind around here. Meanwhile, Stidham with a free rusher in his face, fires and completes. Good throw there. Stidham's made a couple of nice throws with pressure in his face. Little Jordan Humphrey on the catch. Denver's got to hurry up. Do they maybe want to clock it here? At the 49-yard line of Denver, they're hurrying up. 30 seconds. Stidham takes the snap, stepping up, fires along the sideline. That is nearly intercepted. You cannot throw late to the sideline. Anytime you try to throw an outbreaking route to the side and you throw it late, that's going to be a pick six 9 times out of 10. Stidham's lucky this is the 1 time out of 10 here where the defender dropped it. That looked almost just like his interception against Arizona. Bro, nuh-uh, bro. If Stidham's going to make plays like that, he has no business being the backup quarterback of this team. Hell no, bro. 2nd and 10. Stidham pump fake, fires, wide open. There he goes, Jalen Virgil reaching down at the 1. Once again, Stidham had to deliver with pressure. Jalen Virgil, and he's hurt. He is. Just go down, dude. Just go down. Just go. Oh no, he's got to line up so they can clock it. Oh, they didn't get it off in time. No. They didn't spike it in time, and now Jalen Virgil's hurt. Virgil tried to extend. Clearly injured, stayed in to try to get up to clock the ball. He couldn't get in. That is, man, hats off to you, Jalen Virgil. An incredible effort. I can't even be mad about that. I really can't. Jalen tried to do everything he could. Oh, he got his foot rolled up on. Ouch. He's clearly hurt. Stayed in the game to get lined up to spike the ball. I mean, oh, Jalen Virgil, dude, you just earned a lot of respect from me. You really did. We couldn't get spiked in time, so no points out of that. But Jalen Virgil, dude, you just earned a lot of respect from me. I hope he's okay. Can't put any weight on his foot. They're taking him off. I hope he's okay. That was fun, but man, Jalen just couldn't get over the line, man. I can't even be mad about that. I really can't. That was not a bad ending of the half. You want Stidham to get up there and spike it quicker, but considering Jalen Virgil literally had to drag one leg to get lined up, I really cannot be mad about that. I really can't. Respect for you, Jalen Virgil. All right, Broncos country, we're going to head to halftime here. I'm going to go get some THC in my system, and then we will be back. All right, guys, be sure to keep it right here for second half action on Denver Broncos Syndicate. I am your host, Gage Madrid. Broncos lead 6-3. We'll be back. All right, let's get back in here, shall we? All right, let's go. 9 News halftime feed just ended, so we should be rocking and rolling back here in a few minutes. We'll give a few minutes here for people to start trickling back into the chat before second half action is underway. We still got 119 people in here. Excuse me. Thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in so far. I really appreciate you. If you could just do me a massive favor and leave a like on this stream, I would really appreciate it. It's a free and easy way to show your support, helps tell the old algorithm to push us out, and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country, just like you and me. We got Wizard in the house, says, as a Seahawks fan, I want the Broncos to win. That's awesome. Feels like there aren't too many Seahawks fans who are still in Russ's corner anymore. All right. Game action is starting to get back underway here. Russell Wilson played 1 series with the first team offense. Looked really solid. Made some plays with his legs. Had a couple of nice throws. So Sean Payton was pleased with what he saw. He pulled him after 1 series and kept Jarrett Stidham in there with the first team offense. Stidham has looked, well, like Jarrett Stidham, not very good.
They were moving the ball at a high level. Big play at the end. Of course, we'll keep an eye on Jalen Virgil. Any reports?
Yes, Jess, we will most definitely be doing a Russ breakdown.
Especially he dropped it, a little excitement.
Yeah, a little drop screen from Javonte, but then Russ finds him again on a little off-schedule play. That's a play I'll definitely break down like on its own when the All-22 comes out, but I'll do like a breakdown with the broadcast footage of Russ tonight. That's going to be really quick and easy, obviously.
And I was impressed, Steve. Russell Wilson, only 1 drive, but his decision-making, how
yes.
he made decisions, hits his drop, gets out of the pocket.
Was able to elude defenders in the pocket, man, and that's something I really love to see from Russ. That's a flash of vintage Russell Wilson right there, man.
Doesn't get an unnecessary hit, but I love what he was able to do. Hits Mims.
Thank you so much, Q. I really appreciate you.
Really played at a high level, making quick decisions.
Because that really does help us out. It helps tremendously.
Look at the offensive plays. The Broncos offense was able to move the ball.
Man, it seems like a lot more bots than usual, doesn't it?
Win the time of possession. You want to win that first down battle.
189 total yards for Denver in the first half on 32 offensive plays, and we're getting ready to get the ball under again here as second half action is underway from Santa Clara. I imagine it'll be another series for the Stiddy here.
Expected to see the starters for, let's say, 24 snaps according to Sean Payton. And Russell Wilson was in for 12 total offensive plays.
And that's how much
I'm totally good with that.
Look, you don't want him out there risking injury.
He looked strong on those 12 snaps.
And you talked about that week of practice in our open.
Yeah.
That's where coaches say, okay, you showed us in the week that you did the things.
Yes, he did. He did. That's also a part of it, too, I feel like. He had a strong week of practice. Meanwhile, somebody who has not had a strong week of practice, Jarrett Stidham, he hands it off. Let's see who took the carry there. It is the Beast! Jaleel McLaughlin takes the first carry of the second half. Somebody who has not had a bad camp in the slightest, had an amazing camp at this point. Has incredible burst and speed, can run between the tackles, just needs the tiniest little crease and he's gone. 2nd and 7, let's keep feeding the Beast! Stidham fires into traffic, a disgustingly bad throw behind Marquez Callaway. Jarrett Stidham is horrible. 3rd and 7 now. He threw that into traffic and at the feet of Callaway. That was bad on 2 different levels, that throw. 3rd down and 7.
Players love that, Steve. When your coach is going after the referees, you're saying, thanks, coach. Now I don't have to do it.
Empty backfield for the Stidham. Tony Jones split out wide to the left. Stiddy makes a check at the line. Offsides. That's going to be a free 5 yards there. The edge rusher for San Francisco was coming a little too early there. Yeah, that's what she said.
Offside.
It's true, Jess. I appreciate that. It's a badge of honor that I wear.
Absolutely. He was about to catch the ball and would have been still running.
Yeah, that edge rusher was coming to chop Jarrett Stidham's head off on that one. Yeah, Jalen Virgil, that was a rough way to end the half there. Virgil tried to line up, well, very obviously injured. Team couldn't get the ball spiked in time. He thought, Sean did, that we had a second left on the clock, and he gave the officials the business on that one. Love to see that. Handoff, Tony Jones lowers his shoulder. I don't think he gets there.
And let's see, looks like he's going to be
Good defense from San Francisco. It's going to be 4th down and short. I imagine Denver's going to go for this, and oh man, my grandmother's dog's a douchebag. He just bit me. Cowboy, I don't mind if you sit at my feet, dude, but if I put my feet down, you can't bite the hell out of my feet. And once again, I fucked up my camera. Sorry about that. All right, 4th down. And inches here from the 35. Maybe at least try to hard count here. That's exactly what they're doing. I don't think they're going to snap this. Yeah, they're just trying to draw them off sides. They're going to punt this. Take the delay of game and punt it. Yep, that is exactly what they're going to do. San Francisco did not bite on the hard count. Now Denver's going to punt it away. Our first chance to see Riley Dixon this evening. It's a good sign there that Denver didn't have to punt it all in the first half.
Scary thing, Steve, sometimes rookies, they jump on that play in practice. You're saying, what are you doing? The play literally means we're gambling the dice.
Dixon had a bit of a rough outing in his own right against Arizona. Let's see what he cracks up here.
Riley Dixon is on. Had a rather uneven first preseason game.
Yes, he did. Dixon sends this one. Spiraling, backpedaling. This is a good punt. Backs him up to the 7, but a good return here from Ronnie Bell. The rookie out of Michigan still going. Some poor tackling there, and he brings it all the way out to the 35. 62-yard punt, but a massive return. Poor coverage on special teams there. You know Mike Westhoff is not going to be happy about that. Yeah, DiNucci did not get any second-team reps this week. He has not. They're still confident, it seems, in Jarrett Stidham, but after this, man, they might have to consider giving DiNucci those second-team reps in our joint practice against the Rams.
Nissan sales event tag. With 5 drive modes, this Nissan Rogue gives the performance of a
Cowboy is the worst co-host ever, Jess.
Now comes the real star of the show.
Assign your Colorado EV incentive and get $5,000 off or a low $229 per month lease.
Yeah, man. Jarrett Stidham has just looked so bad. He's afraid to make a mistake. It's obvious. He can't throw an accurate ball on an outbreaking route to save his life. He holds on to the ball way too long. He's got basically all of the bad qualities that the media wants to say Russell Wilson has. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Gotta mute the commercials. I cannot afford a copyright claim. Yeah, Q is ruthless, man. Riley Moss, Dan, he is probably going to be out for, if we're going to be honest, the rest of training camp. He's still going to be down for a while, unfortunately. Yeah, seriously, gotta mute those quick, man. I do not want YouTube to take away me money from the stream. That would suck. All right, so defensively, the first team defense was out there for pretty much the whole first half. I imagine we're going to see some of our reserve players here in the second half. I'm excited to see Jaquan McMillan, who got some good action in that first half as well. I'm excited to see Jordan Jackson and Elijah Garcia on the defensive line. Well, the only thing with the ads, it's just sometimes they play copyrighted music in there, and that's what gets me usually.
First down and 10. For the Niners.
First down and 10. Sam Darnold still in there for San Francisco. Jordan Mason carries straight ahead here. It is some of the second-string defenders in there. We do have Jonathan Cooper. Oh, damn. Jalen Virgil out with a knee injury. That sucks.
Take a look at the play he got injured on. his best catch of the preseason.
Damn.
Talking to some of the coaches.
Hope he's going to be all right, man. That
they
sucks.
think it was on the tackle, but this right here, getting back.
Yeah, that just shows some toughness right there.
That's heart. That's what you want to see from
Absolutely. Second down and 8 now for Darnold and the Niners. Under center, quick drop, fires over the middle, complete. That's the tight end, Troy Fumagalli, the ex-Broncos, former draft pick out from Denver.
Always brutal when a teammate has an injury in the
really cool story. Fumagalli only has 4 fingers on one of his hands. He's still been a dominant tight end. Or still was a dominant tight end in college, and his Cardinals held a decent role in the NFL as well.
That's what happens. You have a good play, the ball keeps finding you.
Yeah, Jonathan Cooper, man. Third down and 5. Chris Conley goes in motion here to the left side. Darnold, pressure, fires, tipped up in the air and picked off, intercepted, and once again it is Hussein Bassi. Had an interception in last week's preseason game, and there he is Johnny on the spot, able to get the tipped ball. Looking for Ronnie Bell on that one. What a play from Bassi. Went off the helmet, it looked like, of Ronnie Bell. It was Trayvon Smith in coverage. But there to pick up the tipped ball. Oh, it was just off his hands. That was just a drop from Ronnie Bell. It hit him right in the hands. But right there, Johnny on the spot to pick that one off was Hussein Bassi, who is going to probably get an extended role as a nickel for this team until K1 Williams returns. The hope is that he'll be back for our Week 1 game against the Raiders, but that's no guarantee. I mean, YouTube likes ads. It's just the copyright music they don't like. They'll claim it, and any revenue that I make from that stream would go straight to whoever owns the song, basically. Chad, yes, I do think the Broncos should go out and sign Jason Peters. Absolutely, yes. He's still playing at a really high level at age 42 or whatever the hell it is. I absolutely would be all for that. Yes, he wants to play. Bring him in. Yeah, let's go, man. That was a great play from Bassi. He had the pick last week as well. All right. So, let's see if the offense can go out there and do something with it. It's probably going to be number 4 out there once again. Probably not going to, unfortunately, see Ben DiNucci until the 4th quarter. I'm hoping we get some Jaleel McLaughlin action, though. Exactly, yeah, that's what happens sometimes. You'll get those kind of copyright claims, so I can't risk it. Yeah, we are slightly delayed. Yeah, we're going off YouTube TV. It is probably like 30 seconds delayed or something like that. And then there's also the delay on the YouTube live stream as well. You have to take that into account. There's probably at least a 20-second delay on that. All right, second interception of the preseason for Hussein Bassi.
In a game, Hussein Bassi, an emphatic yes.
In fairness,
all right, Stidham under center. Hand off to Jaleel McLaughlin, who's got a little burst off the edge to the right, start to the left side. That might be a hold on little Jordan Humphrey. He was blocking out in front there. We got a flag in the backfield. This might be a hold.
Offense number 17.
Yep, that is on little Jordan Humphrey. Got a little too physical there on his block. Tried to seal the edge. That was a very similar holding penalty to Cortland Sutton. Trying to seal the edge there that time for Jaleel McLaughlin. Cortland was trying to seal the edge for Russell Wilson on a read option play. Yup. Right there, he takes 22 for a bit of a carpet ride. Can't do that. So 1st and 20 now for Denver from their own 36.
early stages.
Kendall Hinton goes in motion to the right. Play action. Stidham looking, floats complete. That is Nate Atkins, the tight end, for maybe a yard or two.
To Nate Atkins, the rookie tight end. So we're talking about the depth of the wide receivers. You know, it's well documented. Tim Patrick, your heart just breaks for him. Nearly a year to the day.
There's that ball rip I just took fighting back.
KJ Hamler's got some issues with the heart.
Here's the problem, though.
Yeah.
You got two receivers.
Top heavy.
You know, that
yep, very top heavy.
Else, and that's what's gonna hurt.
All right, 1st and 18 now. Handoff. It's McLaughlin, and Jaleel will burst up. That looked like almost a 10-yard carry there for Jaleel. I'm hoping it's his show the rest of the way. I want them to unleash the beast.
Dynamic player. They spelt his name wrong on the jersey last week. They asked him about it. He said, "Oh, I don't care. I got to play in the NFL." I mean, this is the kind of rookie teammates love. A guy willing to do everything. He's not worried.
I'll have to check out your channel as well, Arthur. 3rd down and 11.
Does look like McLaughlin has moved above Tony Jones on the depth chart. The running
Sure does.
Jones is in there
It
now.
looked that way in camp as well.
Down at 11.
Here's Stidham holding on, fires and completes. That's little Jordan Humphrey. Strong catch, he puts it on the carpet. Ball came out, and he's able to recover it.
Broncos have recovered.
Okay, disaster averted.
Took a hit there, little Jordan Humphrey.
He did, and put it on the carpet. Good job falling back on it, though. That's a good throw from Stidham. Gave him time to step up in the pocket, and he delivered an accurate throw. Very nice.
Fans say, "Oh, how do you fumble the football?" Sometimes you get hit that hard. Where
Yep,
you have no
that
choice.
happens, man.
Find it and keep the drive alive.
He's going to need New Jersey too.
You just can't hold on sometimes. You get jarred. 1st down and 10 from the 41. Play action. Stidham stepping up. He's going to run out of a broken pocket and picks up 3 after lowering his shoulder. Yeah, that was a good improvisational play there by Stidham. Some rare, decent mobility shown right there.
Offensive player coming to block the edge, hadn't gotten there yet, so he just turned around.
So gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Any positive play is a good thing, especially on 1st down.
Very much so.
As he turns here, he realizes that Hudson there got pulled up, tripped up a little bit, and just took off.
2nd down and 7. Stidham is under center. Play action. Sets up a screen. That is the tight end Trey Atkins, and Atkins will take it inside the 25 to the 22. But we've got more laundry. Surprise, surprise.
Unnecessary roughness on Kyle Fuller because he got out from that left guard position and destroyed the
holding. Offense number 9. 10-yard penalty.
From Kendall Hinton.
That's Kendall Hinton.
So 3 Denver wide receivers have been called on. 3 Denver wide receivers have been called for holding penalties tonight.
But that was a heck of a play.
Still got 141 people in the house. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate you for tuning in.
And the catch by the tight end just opens up some area because Kyle Fuller gets out there on a screen.
So Atkins had a couple of
Sean
nice catches
Payton not pleased.
so far here in the 3rd quarter.
When a dynamic player like Jaleel McLaughlin gets in there.
Trips right, 1 out left. McLaughlin in the backfield to Stidham's left in the gun. Stidham stepping up. He's got a lane to run if he wants. He can do that. He will. And scampers out of bounds about 2 yards short of the line to gain. No, Antelope. Sean will not tolerate those penalties, and you could tell he was not pleased about it. He was pissed. Yeah, so last week, the Broncos equipment staff really screwed up. They put Jaleel McLaughlin, they spelled it with an extra G on his nameplate. This week, they got it right. What do you know? You make an impact in your first preseason game, and in training camp, they finally get your damn nameplate right. We are out-rushing the Niners. That's good to see. All right, here's Tony Jones, 3rd down and 2. Tries to lower his shoulder. What a play by 22. To stop him. The second effort tried to get him there, but Deshaun Jameson for the 49ers blew that one up. And it's 3rd down.
Second effort, but penetration is what's going to damage this play early on. He has his hand and his knee down before that second effort. Good call by the referees. And I love this by Sean Payton. Going for it on 4th down again.
Yep, he's been very aggressive going for it on 4th down in the preseason. Got a penalty marker down here. Let's see what this is about. Illegal substitution.
On offense.
Too many on the huddle. Can't have 12 guys in the huddle. That's the sloppy shit that Sean's not going to tolerate. Yeah. Oh, he's disgusted. He is disgusted. He's yelling on the sideline. He's disgusted.
But also on Jarrett Stidham. Sometimes you'll see a quarterback step away from the huddle.
They're still going for it, though, on 4th and 6. He's calling a play in. Oh, he's yelling. He is yelling at the sideline, at his coaches. He's yelling at his coaches. I love it. Something you'd never see anyone like Nathaniel Hackett do. 4th and 6. Stidham hit. Incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Dude, Sean was livid on that. If we hadn't have done that stupid penalty, if we hadn't had 12 in the freaking huddle there, we would have probably converted. Instead, Stidham gets hit as he throws. Ball nowhere in the area there of Humphrey, and it's going to be a turnover on downs for Denver. But that is exactly the kind of crap Sean Payton will not tolerate. That was literally what killed that drive for us, was that too many men in the huddle penalty, and the holding penalty too. Sean will not stand for that, and he was yelling at his coaches. He was yelling at the 75-year-old Mike Westhoff. He was yelling at Chris Banjo, and he was yelling at Ben Kotwicka. And you know what? Good for you! I'm sorry, but I cannot stand an undisciplined football team. That is like the most annoying thing you can ever watch as an NFL fan. And we were the most undisciplined NFL team last year by a freaking mile. So this is the kind of crap that Sean Payton was brought in here to clean up. And to see him get in the face of his coaches after that, I love it! Whew. Man. Yep. I cannot wait till we get Danucci in, man. I mean, Stidham actually, he made a nice throw there beforehand, but those stupid penalties, man, they kill you. Yeah, I gotta check that blood pressure now. But yeah, no, that's the exact kind of sloppy, undisciplined football that Sean Payton is not going to tolerate. Literally, those two penalties completely slaughtered that drive. All right, we're at.
Flashback is sponsored by Ticketmaster, the official ticket.
Yeah, I agree. He's not having a horrible game. It's just, well, okay. I mean, he's had horrible practices, though, so that probably really kind of taints my opinion of Jarrett Stidham a little bit more. 1 second here, guys.
Feels like we own the place, the Broncos.
Yeah. Tell the story after
All
Peyton
right.
held up the Lombardi Trophy.
1st and 10. That was a quick completion, number 81.
The Lombardi Trophy here. One of the greatest moments of my career, Steve. Guess who we handed it to next?
Tell me.
Me. Not Trevor Siemian. No, get out of here, young guy. No, he handed it to me. I got to share it with my father, my wife, my brother and sister, and then handed it to DeMarcus Ware. So I was the fulcrum, Steve, between two Hall of Famers.
Hey, Doug,
That's
where's the
cool.
video of that?
2nd and 2. Hand off, and a good stop there. Drew Sanders prevents the first down on 2nd and 2.
Making a play there.
Yeah, that was a great play by Sanders.
Coaches cannot wait for him to figure out the nuances of the game. He's
A cross between Flacco and Osweiler. I see a little Paxton Lynch out there as well. 1st down and 10.
Just has to learn the little details and what offenses are trying to do in certain situations.
This is a bit of a surprise for the Niners. Sam Darnold remains in a
Hand off. This is Mason, and not much there, but Mason's able to turn it into a positive gain. Second effort. Good job by Mason. Matt Henningsen was the initial penetrator in the backfield on that one.
Some of that leaky yardage, again, that Coach Vance Joseph didn't want. A couple of defenders making contact for the Broncos at the line of scrimmage. You got to get him down, wrap up the legs, pick one up, make a trip.
Yep.
Still not a huge game, but just little things you want to see.
Second down and 8.
If you're Vance Joseph in this Broncos defense.
Inside of 6 to play here in the third.
From their own 49-yard line.
Again, this is way more Sam Darnold than I anticipated.
Not me, man. It seems like Trey Lance has lost grasp. I can't speak. Has lost grasp on the backup quarterback job. And meanwhile, Sam Darnold with a nice throw there over the middle, deep to Ronnie Bell off play action.
Lineman running downhill, get the linebackers to bite down.
Got behind Tremon Smith on that one, who has had a really rough preseason to this point.
Bell just catching the ball right there, getting down. It's a heads-up play by
yeah, he's like a shorter Brock Osweiler, Joe Flacco, Paxton Lynch. All those guys are just obscenely tall. First down and 10.
First down and 10 from the 30.
Darnold under center. They toss it. Mason. And not much there. Tackle made by Nick Bonito. Justin Sternod had the initial contact.
Nick Bonito traveling all the way across the field, finishing the play. That's what's impressed him. He's at the top of your screen. He doesn't give up. He tracks the backer, gets him down. That's the kind of effort that Broncos coaches have said Bonito has shown. GM
yes.
George Payton said he's the most explosive rusher they have, but they're happy with how he's played the run this year, especially
yes,
in practice. But
very much so.
The effort that he's capable of stopping that run.
Second down and 9. Darnold dropping back. Fires it deep. He's got a man down there, underthrown. Tremon Smith. No flag, thank God. Incomplete, intended for Chris Conley. I was worried Tremon was going to draw another flag on that one. Drew a couple in Arizona last week. Nick Bonito with the pressure on that one.
Tremon Smith. Here at the end, there goes Nick
yeah, that trade for the 49ers, man. I get why they did it, but when your guy gets outplayed by Mr. Irrelevant, and that's just a testament to Brock Purdy, but man, it's not been pretty at all for Trey Lance. Third down and 9. Darnold in the gun. Fires to the outside. That's a good throw. Tremon Smith gets burned again. That's Daz Newsome on an out-breaking route. It was perfectly timed there from Sam Darnold. Yes.
I was just going to say, Sam Darnold just really making quick decisions, delivers a perfect ball high and outside to where Newsome can catch it, get out of bounds.
Take care, Jess.
Sam Darnold looks
have a great night.
Offense, no question about it.
Darnold,
thank you for tuning in.
60-year player already on his third team. Third pick overall.
First down and 10.
2018. On first down and 10, Darnold off the play.
Play action. Darnold. Bonito slips down and he completes it over the middle. Braden Willis, his first catch, and that's another first down for San Francisco. No, Tremon Smith is not making this team.
Now this is where Vance Joseph said that the team struggled last week. Second half, Nick Bonito slips. But when those backups get in, I mean, these are puzzle pieces you have to find to help you win games week 13, 14, 15 in the NFL. So you want to make sure you can trust guys. A little bit of a slip from Bonito that changes the play if he can hit Darnold to pressure him, but you got to make those plays.
They did not give him the first down.
Second and inches. Darnold under center, I formation from the 10-yard line. And that's a first and goal into the flat. That's a touchdown for San Francisco. I know, strong drive there for the 49ers. It's the rookie Coletto, the running back out of the backfield. It was. Hit him with that play action, leads him into the fullback. That's actually the backup fullback. Okay. Yeah, it was. So San Francisco now an extra point away from taking a 10-6 lead.
Here's Jake Moody.
Jake Moody.
On for the extra point.
Kick is good. Yeah, that was a rough drive for Tremon Smith. He's not making this team. Oh, he didn't miss it. He didn't make it. Did he make it? One of the officials said it was no good. Did he make it?
No good on the extra point.
No good.
Hold that
So it's
score.
a... All right, so it is a 9-6 ball game. All right, so Jake Moody, the highest drafted kicker in this past year's draft, man, is really struggling out there. 49ers elected to move on from Robbie Gould, and that may be starting to look like a bad decision. Gould is still out there on the free agent market. That is something that bears monitoring. Same goes for Denver's kicking situation. If Brett Maher, who's been good tonight, thankfully, but if Brett Maher's struggles continue, then maybe keep an eye on someone like Robbie Gould. All right, you ready? Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, so we'll see how much longer we get of Jarrett Stidham in this one. I got a feeling that we're probably going to be pretty close to seeing Ben DiNucci. They may give Jarrett Stidham one more drive, but after that, there might be time to put in Ben DiNucci. Jaleel McLaughlin's gotten some good looks tonight. I've been really excited about him. Had a couple of runs called back on holds, but looks explosive, has some great burst to him, is able to shift in between tackles. I love him. I absolutely love me some Jaleel McLaughlin. Still got 141 people in the house heading towards the fourth quarter of a preseason game. That's so cool, guys. Thank you so much. Broncos country is the best fan base in the entire NFL. And just a reminder, guys, after this game's over, we will be doing a brief post-game stream, maybe 20, 30 minutes or so, here on Denver Broncos Syndicate. We'll be redirecting everybody over there after this game is over. And then after that, I'll be getting out a Russell Wilson film study. It wasn't a whole lot of work for Russell Wilson tonight. He only played one drive if you're just now tuning in, and looked pretty damn good on that drive. Had 49 total yards, including 25 on the ground. Was able to get out of the pocket a couple times and looked like the vintage Russell Wilson out there. He looked good. Yeah, Delarian Turner-Yell, he's been okay in camp, but he's struggled, and so has J.L. Skinner, quite frankly.
Now in favor of the 49ers. Inside of 3 minutes to play, third quarter.
All right.
He's more than a running back there to take some.
Oh, let's go. Jaleel in there in the return game. And the Beast is going to muff it. He's going to muff it. Oh, no. Did he jump back on it? It was a bad kick, but you got to hold on to that if you're McLaughlin. That doesn't bode well for him for special teams. You know, Janet, I think this is going to be a up and down year. It's going to go a lot better than last year, for sure. We're going to be competitive. We're going to be in football games, but we're going to also have some ugly losses this year. I feel like we are. All right, is it time? It's time. Ben DiNucci. Ben DiNucci is in, fakes it to Jaleel McLaughlin, and dumps it underneath. That is Nate Atkins, the tight end. We got a flag down in the secondary. So it is time for the DiNucci, Broncos country.
Offense number 9.
Offensive pass interference. Must have been trying to set a pick there. Kendall hitting with his second flag of the night. Yeah, it seems like Mims is going to be the guy as a return man. All right, Ben DiNucci. Last week was 7 for 9 for 57 yards. Can throw that sidearm sling really well. He can move around really well. I like this Cats game, man. I really do. First down and 10. DiNucci is under center, I formation. They're going to give this one to the Beast. Jaleel McLaughlin up the seam, grinding forward, and he's got a gain of 17. What a run from Jaleel McLaughlin. He makes up for bumbling that kickoff there. Oh, I love him. Hits that tiny little hole, lowers his shoulder, and fights for those extra yards. He is nasty. All right, let's give it to him again, man. Keep feeding the Beast. He's in the backfield again. They're going to fake it to him. Ben DiNucci rolling out on the run here. Throws. 49ers bench says it's incomplete, and the officials agree. Not a bad throw there, but
third down.
Tommy Hudson couldn't get his feet down.
Points on third down last week.
Sean Payton sending in his third down play call, screaming at the sideline once again. Oh, he's yelling right at Tommy Hudson, too. Apparently, whatever Hudson did on that last play, he didn't like. All right, 3rd and 3. Tony Jones is in the backfield. DiNucci, good protection here. Fires, and it skipped. Had a open man there in Kendall Hinton, but he threw it behind him, and Denver's going to have to punt this one away. So we had that holding call there that really stalled out that drive, but Jaleel McLaughlin with a couple of really bursty runs in that one. I love watching Jaleel McLaughlin so much. I couldn't tell you, Von Miller. I don't watch MMA. All right, here's Riley Dixon booming it away. That's a good punt there. Backs him all the way up. Oh, he muffs it! Muffs it, Denver! Oh, come on! Come on, get on the ball, get on the ball, get on the ball! There you go! There you go, there you go. Dwayne Washington recovers it. At the 10-yard line, Denver gets new life. Let's go! Dwayne Washington, the new signee for the Broncos, former New Orleans... Oh, no, that's actually Fabian Moreau. Veteran corner in there on special teams. And he makes a big play. Jackson muffs it right through his hands. And Morrow, yeah, oh man, initially couldn't get it, but lunges back forward and gets back on top of it. That's a great effort by Fabian. And a mistake right there by number 22 of the Niners. 1st and goal now from the 8-yard line. Jumbo formation here for Denver. They're going to hand it off to the Beast, and he is in for the touchdown. Jaleel McLaughlin with his 2nd preseason rushing touchdown. Denver takes advantage of the muff punt with the Beast. Back on top, 12-9. Let's go for 2. Why not? Let's go for 2. Come on. Oh, I love watching Jaleel. Cuts inside. Stumbles, but is able to stay on his feet. This cat has made the team. He's made the team. You can't justify him not making this team. Brett Maher, extra point time. No problem. Let's go! I love Jaleel McLaughlin. This was the Jaleel McLaughlin drive, baby. Great play by Fabian Moreau to save that muff punt. And Jaleel McLaughlin hits pay dirt. He's RB3. He is RB3, man. And I wouldn't even be surprised if some point in the later part of the season he becomes RB2. I would not be surprised. And that's not a knock at all on Samaje Perine. Not a knock at all. But Jaleel McLaughlin provides burst and explosiveness. And he'll have fresh legs in the later part of the season. Okay, I guess we're not going to commercial break.
Well, Steve, all the teammates celebrate.
Dude, it was a long punt. I didn't get the exact yardage on it. It was a long punt, but we were able to get it there on that turnover. A big mistake by the 49ers return man.
I mean, it's still early, I know, but it's hard to.
Dude, he's such an electric player. Yeah.
The way that they're playing him this much,
he's making the team.
They may think so as well, because if they wanted to keep him on the practice squad or something, you don't play.
Exactly.
You don't put that play on
well, not only that, he's made news headlines. People already know about him. There was no chance you were going to get him on the practice squad anyway. You are never going to be able to hide him. He just needed one touch in the preseason for anybody to know. He's been incredible in camp. And this cat is just such a hard runner for somebody his size. I'm going to make this comparison. I am, guys. He is Phillip Lindsay, but a better pass catcher than Phillip Lindsay. All right, new quarterback for the 49ers. It's Trey Lance time. The number 3 overall pick in the 2021 draft was the 49ers Week 1 starting quarterback last season, but suffered a broken ankle in Week 2. Jimmy Garoppolo took over. He suffered a season-ending injury, and then that paved the way for Brock Purdy to emerge as the 49ers quarterback of the future. Lance trying to battle with Sam Darnold, trying to win the backup spot now, and look, currently he's losing that battle. Here he's going to toss it. to Jeremy McNichols, the former Broncos running back, was in camp with us several years back. And McNichols gains about 5 yards on that one.
A lucky touchdown, if you will.
A little bit. He does remind me a little bit of Alvin Kamara, and Sean himself even made that comparison.
The third pick overall. The Niners moved way up.
2nd and 7.
2 years ago, because they desperately wanted Trey Lance.
Yeah, but it just has not. It feels like the mental side of the game just has not clicked for Lance right there, especially. He holds on to it too long. Tries to hit a man on the sideline. Can he haul it in? He can. Good catch by number 86, Tay Martin. So looks like it's going to be Trey Lance's show the rest of the ways. Brock Purdy got the opening drive. It had been Sam Darnold since.
Not to rely on his feet, to show his coaches I can throw the ball too.
Had Randy Gregory had to drop back in coverage on that one. They must have been in base personnel. That's really the only way you're going to have to drop Randy Gregory in coverage. 1st and 10. Nice burst there for McNichols. And he will get a couple. And he's rocking number 22, man. I honestly thought Christian McCaffrey would try to get that number back, but he's still, I believe, rocking 23 in San Francisco.
McNichols there just finding some open space.
That takes us to the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, I believe CMC's still rocking that 23. Yeah.
Have the Broncos out front.
Oh. Stupid computer. All right, head to commercial break here. Denver leads 13-9. Dude, Jaleel McLaughlin, I cannot get over how funny he is to watch, and there's no hiding him. There's no sneaking him through. He has made the active roster, and he is RB3. Tony Jones, you have a much better chance of getting onto the practice squad. You will be able to get him onto the practice squad. You will not be able to get Jaleel McLaughlin onto the practice squad. $175 people in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate you. This has been such a fun stream tonight, guys. This team looks leaps and bounds better than they did week 1 of camp. Offensive line looked a lot better. Garrett Bowles actually looked decent. I didn't see any bad beats from him, so that's a positive for sure. I feel like we can feel a lot better collectively as Broncos country after this performance. I really feel like we can. So now we've got a chance to see Ben DiNucci, and looks like Jaleel McLaughlin will get some more work here. I'm hoping that they maybe think about pulling him out and giving Dwayne Washington some carries, because at this point we already know what Jaleel McLaughlin's all about. We already know he's made this team, so put him in bubble wrap at this point. We're at 2,515 subs. We're up 25 subs since the start of the stream. Thank you so much, guys. All right. The 2nd down and 3 here from the 44 of the Niners. Trey Lance rolling. He dumps it underneath here to Ronnie Bell, and Bell will shift forward just shy of the midfield stripe, and he's got a 1st down.
Trey Lance making a couple of plays now, rolling out, stopping, setting up, throwing the football. Fun, too, to see Frank Clark still out there, the old Wiley.
Frank Clark's still out there. That is noteworthy.
Postseason history.
That is very noteworthy.
Trey Lance is going to sell the boot, hide the football, turn around, squares up, throws the ball perfectly. Bell, get down.
Dude, Jaleel, yeah. When the defense is tired after having to grind against Pookie, dude, imagine the burst and explosiveness Jaleel's going to provide. I'm so excited. All right.
Back after the marker.
Into the last quarter here. 2nd down and 8. False start there for the 49ers. Lance out of the gun. Swings it underneath to McNichols, who stays on his feet, stumbles forward, and looks like he's going to have the first down.
Go for the big game, but he was touchdown.
Just a quick hitting play there. Not a lot for the Broncos to get to. Just a 3-step drop and deliver.
Yep.
But enough.
Ooh, man, that was a nice little lowering the shoulder there.
Just to get him down. That's what you're looking for. If you're a
Devon
defender for the Broncos, doesn't matter what opportunity you have, try and get them down.
Broncos have been playing very well, RC. Very well overall.
Devin Key got just a piece there.
Tight end goes in motion here. Lance is in the gun. He's going to hand it off to McNichols. They're not giving Lance a whole lot of passing looks. McNichols will get to the midfield stripe, gain of 3. Drew Sanders with a tackle there for Denver.
And the Broncos are going to be in a similar situation as a week ago with the lead.
Yep.
Trying to protect things in the fourth quarter.
And I believe the players got the message that Coach Payton was not happy about losing. This is an opportunity to win, and there Drew Sanders making a play. Elijah Garcia in on the tackle too. Found it interesting.
2nd down and 6.
Garcia went to Rice, got his bachelor's in sports management and his master's in accounting. That's a 1-2 punch if you're going to make some money in the NFL.
Set up nicely for
a
the
little
future,
orbit motion there from number 86. They're going to run the ball to the right side. And that is McNichols. Forcing him out near the line to gain.
Drew Sanders now back-to-back plays around the football, and that's the kind of talent he has. Started at Alabama, finished his career at Arkansas.
Just a reminder, guys, after the game's over, probably about 10-15 minutes after the fact, we'll go ahead and do a post-game stream. And then afterwards, I'll be working on a Russell Wilson film study video. It's only going to be a single drive to break down, so should have that out fairly quickly. 1st down and 10.
At the Denver 42, here's Lance.
Lance. Oh, blown up screen. Is it intercepted? Is it intercepted? It's intercepted. Elijah Garcia blew up the screen and intercepted it. Matt Henningsen was in the area as well, but Elijah Garcia with the pick. Oh, this defense is playing well tonight. Elijah Garcia had 2 sacks against the Cardinals in the preseason, and now he's got an interception on a blown-up screen. Oh, let's go! Henningsen tips it. Elijah Garcia, Johnny on the spot. Let's go! Elijah Garcia is another one that's making it hard to be able to sneak through onto the practice squad. People are starting to notice this cat's tape. Denver needs depth on the interior defensive line too, man. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Elijah Garcia might have made this team. Bro! Are we going to commercial or not? What's going on here?
Run for the Broncos. Big reason they lead by 4.
Dude, this defense has played with their hair on fire. We've had 2 second-half turnovers, an Hussein Bassi interception, and then Elijah Garcia interception. Man, Elijah has been just absolutely sensational. He's had a strong camp. He's made plays in the preseason. He's making a strong case to make this team. Offensive line played a lot better, RC. The first team unit, Ben Powers had 2 beats that I could count. Garrett Bowles looked fine. I didn't notice anything overtly negative with him. I'll have to go back and look at the tape to make sure. But just on first initial glance, the offensive line was night and day better than they were in Arizona. Russell Wilson was able to have a couple of wide open rushing lanes that he attacked. They got him on the read option once, but that ended up getting called back because of a Cortland Sutton hold. But he made a really nice off-schedule throw, rusted to Javonte Williams. Javonte got some action as well today. He looked like he's starting to get his feet wet out there. They didn't give him too many looks out there, but he did have a couple of nice plays. Overall, a lot better than the Arizona game. Like, regardless of what happens from here on out tonight, I'm pleased with what I've seen. Very pleased. Very, very pleased. Yes, we will do a defensive film study, absolutely. I just didn't have time this past week. We will definitely get one out, for sure. I have a couple players I want to spotlight. Definitely Elijah Garcia. Usain Bassi, I want to spotlight him. Yeah, so we've got some film we can break down on the defensive side of the ball, most definitely. All right, we're back.
You often hear a 1-2.
Yeah, seriously, man. Jaleel's been a hell of a find. Hell of a find.
Gonna tip the ball, and then Elijah Garcia, he's not done making.
Yep, Matt Henningsen tips this one.
Henningsen gets the paw up.
And then Johnny on the spot, Elijah Garcia finishes the pick. Yeah, Nick Bonito was in the area as well, but Elijah Garcia is the one who ultimately ended up with it. First down, there was a throw over the middle complete. The camera cut it off, didn't see what happened really.
Nate Atkins has had himself a very nice night.
I mean, I don't think Jaleel is going to beat Javonte for RB1, but I could see a world where he beats out Pirine for RB2. I really could. Second down and 5 from the 40.
Second down and 5.
Stidham under center, or Danucci under center rather. Tosses it here to the beast. Jaleel McLaughlin lowers his shoulder but gets popped after a gain of 3.
This is where you have to convert on third down. A huge.
Yeah, I agree. Jaleel out there returning kicks. There's no need to do that. We've got Marvin Mims for that. I also agree with you, Merlot. It's time to take Jaleel out. Let Tony Jones and Dwayne Washington finish it out. We've seen what we need to see from Jaleel. Tony is in there now. It's going to be trips left for Denver. Ben DiNucci looking. Has a sealed pocket. Rolling. On the run. Incomplete. DiNucci definitely has not been as hot tonight.
I think the Broncos are going to go for it here.
And it looks like Denver's going for this here on 4th.
Let's stay on the field.
Why not?
Take a risk. And again, 4th downs are situations where there's a set amount of plays.
Bot patrol, baby.
Coaches want to run and players have to memorize the responsibilities, memorize what it sounds like.
4th down, Sean Payton has not been afraid to go for it thus far in the preseason. This one's going to be a 4th down and 3 from the 38-yard line of San Francisco. DiNucci takes a snap. He's got a rushing lane. Lowers his shoulder. He loses the ball. It goes out of bounds. The ball will come back to where he lost the ball, so this is going to be a turnover on downs here. The ball came out short of the line to gain, so this will be a turnover on down because the ball will come back to where it was initially fumbled.
But we're watching the replay here. The ball's out before he goes down, and that ball goes out of bounds.
Since the fumble went out of bounds, it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and he fumbled it short of the line to gain. So this is going to be a turnover on downs here.
We don't know what's going to happen next.
I do.
Stay tuned. Broncos are
I know exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, so that's pretty clear there. He fumbled it out of bounds, and whenever offensive player fumbles out of bounds, then the ball comes back to the spot of the fumble. Exactly. He is a little too small for an RB1 workload. And right now, again, I don't think Jaleel's going to get more than like 5 or 6 touches in the regular season per game, but he's going to make the most out of those 5 to 6 touches, trust me. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he bursts out like 3 carries, 35 yards or something crazy like that. And if he bursts out a big run for us in a key clutch situation or has a key touchdown for us, that's a big impact for Jaleel. So I don't know how many snaps he's going to see on the offense in the regular season, but he's going to make this team, and he's going to be the change of pace guy when Williams and Pirine are not grinding down the defense. Yeah, there were a couple of bad decisions by DiNucci on that one. He has not looked quite as hot as he did in Arizona, that's for sure. Bronco fan, the reason that happened is because Russ looked strong on that first drive. Sean was happy with what he saw and didn't feel the need to throw him out there for another drive, and I'm okay with that. Russell played well enough on that first drive that you saw enough that you needed to see at that point. Missouri, what's going on with the Chiefs, man? I know they're playing the Cardinals in the preseason right now. How's that shaking out? I'll have to go through and catch up on all the other preseason games that have gone on since this one's been on. Injuries to note. Jalen Virgil at the end of the first half had to get carted off with a knee injury. That's the only big one that's been talked about so far. Oh, you guys got 38 points? Yeah, pretty easy to do when you're a high-powered, high-flying offense like Kansas City. Trey Lance fires over the middle, and that's incomplete. Missouri, just let us worry about making the playoffs this year. You go win another Super Bowl.
Illegal use of hands in the face. Defense number 64. It's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's on a guy, Chisholm and
a guy Chisholm Nabusi. He's our international transfer player. So he's basically a free player that we're allowed to carry, not really counting against the active roster during training camp. So he's just a free player for us, essentially, through the international two-way program for the Broncos.
Pushes the face mask. It's a quick penalty.
All right, 1st and 10.
To the ground for the Niners.
Grinding forward is McNichols for a gain of 3.
Now the defense
Jordan Jackson in on the stop on that one.
Wants to see some players who are going to play a lot still out there. Nick Benito, Drew Sanders out there as well. Justin Sternad, former draft pick.
Yeah, we've kind of got that problem too with a few players in Missouri. We've got some that it's going to be some hard decisions on who to cut. Second down and 7. Trey Lance in trouble, being flushed, and he cannot be caught from behind, but still stumbles down, but see where they spot that one. That was a blown-up play there. Faion Hicks brings him down.
Last play, we talk all about the miraculous recovery of ACLs. He's actually back in his first game from tearing his ACL.
Yes.
Last year.
He tore that one in the game against the Chargers.
SoFi Stadium for the way
There's
he tore
Vance
his,
Joseph.
guys.
Yeah, because it was a sideline collision for Aaron Patrick at SoFi Stadium. The cart was in a really bad spot. 3rd down and 1. McNichols, second effort. Did he get there? Art Green popped him. There's a flag in the backfield. And is it a face mask?
Face mask. Defense number 94.
It's on Patrick.
Automatic first down.
Ariel was just talking about him.
Sometimes you reach out for a bicep tackle and grab the helmet if you don't.
Oh, come on, buddy. You can't do that.
15-yard penalty. And
what's Patrick complaining about?
That's rough.
Hey, you got it. You got to act not guilty right away. I'm innocent. You got to act.
Deny.
Well, the thing is just Missouri has to realize he's not going to get a reaction out of me. I'm a level-headed fan. So if he's going to try to get a reaction out of me, it's not going to work. 1st down and 10. They toss it here to McNichols, and he gets popped. Nice tackle there. That was J.L. Skinner. Very nice.
J.L. Skinner at the end of that play.
Finally, Skinner stands out and makes an impact play. That's good to see.
Play on the ball carrier. He's going to come from the bottom of your screen on the right, 34. Wham! Woo. When you hit someone so hard they spin. When was the last time you did that, Steve? I mean, that is
seriously.
It's been a while. Skinner's got great size.
Love that.
6'4", 220. Rookie at Boise State. But that'll leave a mark.
Absolutely.
2nd and 5. Benito with pressure on that one. Hit as he throws. That's a duck and incomplete. Nick Benito was coming in like a heat-seeking missile off the left edge. That's going to bring up a third down. Dude, Nick Benito was flying in there. He was destroying the left tackle. Good job there by Trey Lance getting that one off, man. Felt like he had eyes in the back of his head.
Phenomenal pass rush from the Broncos defense.
Third down and 5. 8.5 left to go in the game. This defense has played really strong.
Third down and 5. Just inside the 30.
Lance, quick throw, that is complete. Tay Martin, rough rep there by the rookie corner, undrafted free agent Art Green.
49ers catching the Broncos in off coverage, something that will be different on third down.
Who they got at quarterback right now for the Chiefs, Missouri? Is it Shane Buechele?
Never want to give that much space for a defender. Green just unable to make the play there at the end. Stop him from getting that first down.
I'm not sure how long Mahomes and the starters got. I know they played tonight. I have to go look at that game. Obviously, I've been preoccupied with this one. First down and 10.
Is so heavily scrutinized here in the Bay Area and across the NFL.
And this looks like a busted play. Trey Lance will keep it out to the left side, and he's close to the line to gain. And we got a flag down in the area of holding.
Offense number 63.
Very good. Okay, Chris Oladukin, okay. The ex-Steelers guy, I forgot he was in KC.
Right here, but only because Elijah Garcia continues to fight through the play. Takes an inside
oh man, Elijah Garcia, great effort right there, forcing that hold. I love that. Gabbard had better stats.
First down and 20.
I know that the Chiefs went 3 and out for their first possession because the Cardinals' Twitter went nuts about it. Tipped ball, nearly intercepted. Devon Key was in the area on that one.
Because he read the play correctly. Fantastic play by Drew Sanders. He's right in the middle there, number 41. He's going to get in front of the receiver.
Oh man, that was a bad ball there from Trey Lance. It was behind him.
Great body positioning.
Oh, yuck. That was a really bad ball. Dude. Broncos country, that's exactly why we do not want Trey Lance in Denver. That is exactly why.
Second and 20.
Second and 20.
Had the blitz. It's picked up.
Good protection. Lance incomplete. Sailed that one, number 9 again.
Trey Lance just does not look confident.
Dallas 7, Seattle 10.
Pick up the blitz and just not
Drew Lock get the start for Seattle tonight.
Throwing kind of off balanced. Looks like a player that's thinking too much. Just go out and play the game that you know that you have a
third down and 20.
Let it rip. Be yourself. Otherwise, you'll regret it the rest of your life.
They're going to have some tough decisions to make.
Yeah, and it really seems like at this point, Sam Darnold has locked up the backup quarterback job for San Francisco. Lance, quick slant, that is complete for Ronnie Bell, but not going very far. Drew Sanders immediately lays the wood. That'll bring up fourth down.
Feel it after getting that catch.
38-10.
Slow to get up. Powerful hit by Drew Sanders.
How about the compliment?
That was a big hit by Drew. Love it.
He said of Sanders, he makes one play every game or every practice that nobody else can make.
He does. That's a good. That's great.
6'5".
VJ's very much right. All right, 4th and 12. It's going to be a field goal attempt here for Jake Moody, who struggled in the preseason, and on that one, he barely leaks it through. So that brings up a 13-12 ball game. 1 point separating these two teams. 6:37 left in the fourth quarter. Ben DiNucci and the Broncos offense will get another crack at it here to run the clock out, hopefully, and get out of San Francisco with a win. So, dude, we've had some really cool-looking NASCAR packages that I've seen at camp. They don't want to give away too much out there, so they're not showing too much, but they showed one where Randy Gregory was lined up almost at nose tackle, and then it was Drew Sanders on one side at edge, and then it was Nick Benito on the other side, and then I think they had one of our edge rushers as a second-level off-ball linebacker. It was a really interesting NASCAR package that I'm kind of surprised Vance Joseph showed that in camp. So keep an eye out for some of those kind of packages in in the regular season. VJ has gotten really creative this year. I'm definitely tipping my cap to VJ, man. He is calling a really, really strong defensive game plan out there. You know, Keo, at this point, I think we've seen enough from Jaleel. I don't want him to risk getting hurt out there. I'd rather just pull him out. We've seen what we need to see from him. He's made this team. If Jaleel doesn't take another rep in the preseason, I'm okay with that, honestly. He's made this team. We have seen everything we need to see. He's looked like exactly like he looks right now. He's looked like that every single fucking day in practice. Every single day. So there's just no way you can justify not keeping Jaleel here. And right now, I don't think we need to show anything else on tape in regards to him. And I don't think that we need to risk getting him hurt. So right now, I'd rather just let Tony Jones and Dwayne Washington deal with the rest of the work. New quarterback in for San Francisco.
For the Broncos.
Or is that, who is that?
Similar to a week ago.
Is that a quarterback or a kicker?
The broadcaster's curse.
What the hell is that?
I don't believe in broadcaster curses.
Of course you don't.
Brock and Jim. Oh, it's a kicker. Okay, that's right. They're kicking off. Is that Zane Gonzalez? I think it's Zane Gonzalez. Okay. It is Zane Gonzalez. Okay.
But it's been all moody tonight. And yet here's Gonzalez.
Rocking Jimmy Garoppolo's old number 10.
Both are trying to replace Robbie Gould, who was out there, whose name is rumored, might be attracted to the Broncos or any other team might be in need of a kicker.
All right, here we go. This is Jaleel. Oh, Jaleel's got the edge. Jaleel inside the 45 to the 49. So he fumbles on his first return opportunity, but the second time, Jaleel comes shooting out of a cannon. Oh, I love watching him. Now can we get him out of the game, please? We've seen enough. We have seen enough. Oh, he's so good. He's so good. I want to keep watching him, but I also want him out of the game.
Making the most of his opportunities. All of his teammates love it. They want
Dude, Jaleel. 46-yard return. First and 10. They give Tony Jones a carry, and Tony Jones has a burst! Tony Jones inside the 30, the 20, the 15, tackled inside the 10. So Jaleel McLaughlin shoots out a cannon on a kick return, and then Tony Jones on the subsequent run shoots out of a cannon in his own right, and he may have tweaked a hamstring. He's kind of grabbing the back of his leg. But what a cutback right there to the outside from Tony Jones, and turns on the Jets. Packers-Patriots game got suspended for what? Weather?
And the ball is spotted at the San Francisco 9. First down and goal for Denver.
What happened?
With Ben DiNucci, the third quarterback of the night.
First down and goal. Ben DiNucci under center. Fake it. Dump it. Jaleel. Touchdown number 2. On the naked bootleg, Jaleel McLaughlin takes it home. And Denver adds to their lead. 5.5 minutes left. Jaleel McLaughlin is a special player. Bro. So what's going on in Green Bay?
DiNucci getting out, delivers him the ball right away. Put it in the playmaker's hand. Whoop. 9 cents, Steve. Pay up.
How about poor Tony Jones?
Pat's player unconscious.
He just had a 48-yard run.
Oh, crap. That's not good.
Second touchdown of the night.
Tough competition.
Brett Maher. Extra point, no problem. Jaleel McLaughlin.
And the Broncos expand their lead to
Dude, I hope he's, whoever that is, I hope it's okay. Oh, it's Isaiah Bolden. Oh, shit.
McLaughlin showing the speed, vision, insight. Woo. I mean, I can't stop walking that.
Oh, okay, I'm seeing a replay of it now. Oh, no, that doesn't look good. Oh, boy, he's out. He's out like a light, man. Oh, Jesus, I hope he's okay. Dude, that was a really good cut, though, that was a really good cut there, though, by Tony Jones. But Jaleel, and then Jaleel, too, dude. Holy shit.
The beard helps him look older, too, Steve. The beard helps. but his
Ooh,
play
that was a
is
really
made
scary
for
hit.
himself,
Oh, that was
not only on
scary.
his team, but around the NFL. People are taking notice, and that's hats off to Sean Payton and George Payton, the GM, making those moves, getting McLaughlin, how he was
Well,
available
hopefully
to
Bolden's
be on the
okay.
roster.
That's not
31
pretty.
other GMs are going to be getting a talking to by their owners.
You're not gonna be able
Dude,
to hide
Jaleel
in those
McLaughlin.
practice
No,
squads,
not-
sneak in through some waivers.
It's
Not after
nope,
tonight.
nope,
Absolutely
can't
not.
do it. Broncos RB3.
Kick. See if Jameson gets an opportunity. He does not. Touchback. Bring it out to the 25. Everybody's all excited.
Yeah, and that's what they should have done. Just call that Packers-Patriots game.
Listen, that looks cool.
All right, so it's been announced the Broncos will be wearing their white alternate helmets with their color rush uniforms on our game against the Jets and our game against the Patriots on Christmas Eve. Yep, I agree. Time to get Jaleel out. He looks too good.
That looks sharp, man.
Players love these color rush games, these little nuances on the uniform.
Dude, Jaleel was
It's just
nasty.
fun to think about changing the helmet. You go to college, no one's changing the G on Georgia or the gold in Notre
He's
Dame.
going to be our main topic tonight in our post-game stream. I already know what I'm titling it. All right, Trey Lance fires. Wide open, he drops it. Lance was on target there. He makes a good throw on that play, but his receiver can't bail him out. We also have a flag down as well. And it wouldn't have mattered anyway because it's a hold.
Trey Lance just cannot catch a break.
No, he can't, man, because that's going to go down as a bad play from him in the stat sheet, but that's a prime example about why I say you can't ever depend on just looking at stat sheets. I understand if you don't want to watch like tape like I do, but watch a highlight reel, like watch the game highlight reel, watch the game itself. You can't just look at a box score and evaluate like that, because that's a prime example. That's a bad play on the box score for Lance, but none of that was his fault. Right there, though, that was a near interception. Christopher Allen was in the flats in coverage on that one, and it went right off his hands. You imagine if that wasn't an edge rusher in coverage, that would have maybe been a catch and an interception. Rough hands there from Chris Allen. Granted, he does have his hands kind of taped up, so I can't really complain about that. Oh, and it went through his hands too, but still.
Looked more like a punt return by the time it got to him, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Stats, I mean, they're okay for telling you the what, but they don't tell you the how and the why, and that's very important. You need to know the how and the why. Lance to the outside, swings it incomplete. Ronnie Bell out of bounds.
Impressive 49er on offense tonight.
And that's why I tell people not to be concerned when they looked at Russell Wilson's stat line from the Arizona game, because he had 2, maybe even 3 drops depending on how you looked at it. I had it as 2. The other one was kind of a crappy throw in my opinion. But that's why you can't just look at a box score stats. You have to watch the plays and see what transpired. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 13 here from the 22.
3rd and 13.
Trey Lance has time, goes underneath, wide open. Denver doesn't cover the sideline there, and that's a 1st down for the San Francisco 49ers.
Probably the best ball tonight from Trey
The
Lance.
good news here, though, if San Francisco goes downfield, they have to go for 2, and if they do, it'll only tie the game. They can't go for 2 and win it like Arizona did. So we're not going to lose this game the same way we lost last week. But even if we lose this game, Broncos country, I'm going to feel a lot better about what we've seen out there today. I feel good about what we've seen. Here comes a nickel blitz. Fayon Hicks with pressure, and good throw from Trey Lance. Stands tall in the pocket and delivers it to Willie Snead. The veteran wide receiver, former Saint, still bouncing around the league after all this time.
On this 49ers squad, one guy who's got to make some of those decisions is former Denver Broncos quarterback Brian Greasy, now the quarterback's coach.
1st and 10.
Niners.
When you talk about Brock Purdy, that's Brian Greasy to me. You have your 3rd string quarterback ready to go and win you playoff games. That's a coach.
Fires Lance into traffic, and another completion to Tay Martin. That was a dangerous throw there. Could have been intercepted. There were 3 Broncos in the area.
Trey Lance.
All right, Bradley Chubb, Broncos country. I know this isn't a popular take. I feel like the Broncos made the right decision moving on from him. We netted the pick that took us to get Sean Payton. And also, Bradley Chubb, after he got to Miami, was not the same player as he was in the first half of the season in Denver. The dude just was not generating the same amount of pressure, and a lot of the plays that he had here in Denver, if I'm being honest, a lot of it was cleanup stuff. Bradley Chubb did not live up to being drafted 5th overall, and the Broncos absolutely should have drafted Josh Allen with that pick. I'm sorry. I know Bradley Chubb's a very popular player. Lance, end zone touchdown. What a throw up the seam. That's a good ball from Trey Lance. Tough play there by J.L. Skinner. And the 49ers can go for 2 here and potentially tie up this game. 2.5 minutes left to play. There's a flag down. Uh-oh, it might be coming back. There's a flag down. Let's see, is this one coming back? Is it coming back?
Either way, it's going to be big. Big for the Broncos or big for the 49ers here.
Either way, it's going to be big for Trey Lance because that was a beautiful throw and he needed that.
They're just talking to each other, but now they're going over.
It was a beautiful ball, regardless if the penalty takes it away or not. Yeah, last 2 passes were ropes. Those two throws are what Kyle Shanahan sees in Trey Lance and what I saw in him, quite frankly, when he was coming out.
They are backing up.
And it's unsportsmanlike on San Francisco.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the San Francisco bench for coming out onto the field.
Oh.
That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the try.
Okay, so they'll enforce it on the try, so that means, oh, that's huge. So now, because they were probably going to go for 2 to try to tie this, now they're going to be backed up all the way at the 17-yard line if they want to go for 2.
Pass rush doesn't get there this time for the
That's a killer back-breaking penalty from the San Francisco bench. That could have lost them the game right there. That might have just lost them this game. A stupid mistake. True. I mean, Bradley Chubb never should have really been drafted into a 3-4 scheme because you can't really play him on the interior. And, I mean, as a 3-4 edge rusher, I mean, I don't know. I'd rather him play with his hand in the dirt, honestly, and you can't do that as an interior guy in a 3-4 scheme.
5 yards off the line of scrimmage. A 2-point conversion.
They're going for 2 from the 17. Let's see if Lance can snipe this one up. Lance, end zone, frozen rope, batted away. Good play by J.L. Skinner. And that saves the 2 points there. That is a big key play by Skinner. Indeed, J.L. Skinner is definitely going to go down as a winner for tonight. He has had a really good game from J.L. Skinner, and I'm happy about that because he's had a slow camp.
What a sidearm throw there. It's kind of a baseball throw from Trey.
Exactly. He's too small to play interior, so that wouldn't even work. You have to play him on the edge. He is an edge rusher. It's just not necessarily an edge rusher in a 3-4.
Still leading by 2.
Now for the Broncos, you want to maintain first downs, convert a third down.
It felt like he didn't fit in a 3-4.
Backup unit go and score. We're not holding on to the football, trying to run out the clock here. Go show us you want to make this team. Go compete every
So
play.
what you're telling me is we're going to go 3 and out and lose on a last-second field goal?
Coach Payton upset.
Well, you can always avoid that problem by just letting Jaleel run it out. Personally, I'd rather not put Jaleel in there and lose the game.
Tons of time left
That's
on the
just
clock.
me.
You get the 2-minute opportunity eventually.
We've seen what we need to see from Jaleel. Obviously, you want to win. We're all fans. We want to win. But I'm happy regardless because we performed really well today. We performed strongly. Is Peyton cussing out the Niners bench? Probably not now. They just helped him out.
Jaleel McLaughlin having himself a night.
That's filling up.
He's cussed his own bench out plenty tonight. He's cussed his coaches out. He's cussed his players out. Love it, man. That's exactly what we need.
Huge return that turned into a
Dude, and when Sean gets fired up at practice, he's not afraid to let those F-bombs fly to where the whole crowd of fans can hear it. It's great. Same with Mike Westhoff, man. He got in a player's face. I believe it was Chris Allen, and he said, "You better not fucking do that. You're gonna be on my fucking field." It was great. 1st and 10. Play action for DiNucci. Dumps it underneath for the Beast, and Jalil's not going anywhere. Good defense from San Francisco. Swallowing him up for a loss of a yard. And San Fran's going to take a timeout here.
30-second timeout. Preseason isn't just for players. Coaches want to practice these situations.
Absolutely they do. This is all about situational football. And I want Denver to execute well here for that reason. 206 people in the house. Let's go.
You're going to get a first down here. So, statement made by Kyle Shanahan taking that time out there. He's in the game. He's paying attention, showing his players that he's paying attention even the fourth quarter here in the preseason game.
They spend your afternoons with 9 News. Stay informed with Tom and Kim weekdays at 4 and 5 p.m. Catch the latest headlines, weather, and the day's top stories exclusively on 9
All right, here we go. He's still in there. They're going to give it to him. Slippery. Underneath for a gain of maybe 4. Make it 3. And San Francisco will call their second timeout. 2:22 left. They've got 2 more clock stoppages with 1 more timeout and a 2-minute warning. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what they're trying to do.
Yep.
Hopefully Jason doesn't call this.
And the Broncos have an opportunity to make that a moot issue. Get a first down here.
We got to get a first down here, and that'll take care of that, though.
Still have the 2-minute warning.
Still got the 2-minute warning, but a couple run plays later, they have to burn their final timeout. So big third down of the night right here.
All right, we got to get a first down and make them burn that last timeout. Ben DiNucci in trouble, avoids a sack. Ben DiNucci throws across his body. Oh, Jesus, Ben. Dude, you nearly threw that right to the defense. That is an example where he has to learn to let the play die. You got to throw it away in that situation. Live to fight another down, dude. You nearly threw the game away right there.
Kept them on the field. Now the onus is on the defense.
Yep, so now the defense has got to stop here. So now we are in a similar situation than we were last week, but I hope that it doesn't end like that. It'll leave a sour taste in people's mouths, but I'm still very pleased with what we've seen tonight. Very pleased. Let's just not finish this the wrong way here. Come on. Okay, that's a good start. Good special teams coverage downfield. Dwayne Washington with the tackle. All right, D. Let's redeem ourselves after giving up that game-winning drive last week. We've got 2 minutes. There's going to be 1 snap before the 2-minute warning. San Francisco has 2 clock stoppages counting the 2-minute warning. 51-yard booming punt there from Riley. That was good. All right. This is going to be a great situational test for us here. A great situational test. Love this. Defense needs to redeem themselves. Trey Lance has had a couple of nice throws towards the end of this half. I'm impressed. Very impressed. Let's see if Denver can get a stop here, though. First down and 10 for San Francisco from the 22. Trey takes the snap. Pressure from Chris Allen, and Lance has to throw it away. Christopher Allen nearly wrapped him up there. And we are now at the 2-minute warning. It's 2nd down and 10 for San Francisco.
Niners football. The Broncos lead by 2.
Q says, hurry up, I want grilled cheese. All right. Oh, crap. No copyright. No copyright. Do not claim it. That was probably a copyrighted song, too. Do not want that. Don't want to lose my revenue from this stream. That would suck. Just a reminder, guys, at the conclusion of the game, we will be live for a brief post-game show. Doing a little recap here, and then afterwards I'll be getting out a Russell Wilson film study breaking down his performance this evening. Overall, pleased with his single drive, and clearly Sean was too. Otherwise, he would have probably thrown him out there for another drive. So really pleased with what we've seen tonight, Broncos country. I mean, yeah, we kind of are having a little bit of a defensive collapse from our reserve guys at the end, but we've still had guys like J.L. Skinner make nice plays. Obviously, Esain Batsey had his 2nd pick of the preseason. Elijah Garcia with a pick. Our reserve guys on defense, once again, were playing well. I'm happy. I'm very happy with what we've seen tonight. Very happy. I don't watch a single ounce of baseball, so I would not get that reference. I would not get it. I do not give two hoots about baseball, honestly. It's only this year that I really started getting into basketball, too. I'm such a passionate football fan, I don't really have time for other sports, because even during the off season, I'm so focused on everything that's going on in football. I mean, the Nuggets playoff run was timed pretty well, because it was kind of during the dead period of football, where I could actually sit back and enjoy it, but I mean, there's been even points where I've chosen to watch the XFL over the Nuggets. That's how passionate I am about football. Thank you, Sekokini. Appreciate you, Janet, as well. Don't let the THC get to you, the point you're letting the copyright music play. And we scored more than 16 points. I don't know what the score is right now in the Jets-Buccaneers game. Seattle fan followed Russ to Denver, right on. It's good to see there still is a sector of Seattle fans that's got Russell Wilson's back. Oh, man, 44-yard kick return for Jaleel McLaughlin. That's the highlighted play of the game here, but I feel like there were plenty of other candidates for play of the game. Jaleel McLaughlin, dude.
McLaughlin's playing. There's going to be more than one play of the game every time.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just a fantastic story.
All right, guys, let's all go to Q's Plate for grilled cheeses.
Reminds teammates, too, that hey, if a rookie can come in here and make
all right.
opportunities, what am I doing?
Minute 57, second down and 10 for the 49ers from their own 22-yard line. It's a little tunnel screen. That's Ronnie Bell, who's got some blocking in front. Ronnie Bell stays on his feet, and Ronnie Bell inside the 40 to the 41. A well-timed bubble screen there for the 49ers, and Ronnie Bell makes the Broncos pay for it. Jets lost 13-6.
Passer turns all the way back to make the play.
And we got a stoppage in play. They're reviewing something. I don't know what they need to review here.
Minute 36 left on the clock.
What could they possibly be reviewing?
I don't know.
Was he down?
That's bizarre.
First contact.
All right, I got you, Jess. I got you.
These referees are on it tonight, one way or another. We're going to take a look. We're looking for one knee to be down. Steps on a player, knee down. Yep, it's going to be right there at about the
44 maybe? Sure that gets down, right?
Right. Yeah, that's down.
Yep.
Hand to hand.
Oh, he is down. Yep.
Excellent eyes.
Very good eyes.
Ryan Harris.
Basic eye surgeries for everyone.
You know, I might just be here doing this for my phone. I'm going to do it for my phone real quick.
Tonight for the Broncos defense.
After review, the runner was down at the 36-yard line.
Yep.
He was down at 152. Therefore, the game clock will be set to 142 after the 10-second runoff. Play clock at 30. Both clock out on my signal.
Yep.
Right, so
very good.
6 seconds back, go to 142.
142 on the game clock, please. 30 seconds on the play clock, please.
He's very polite.
I was going to say.
Yeah, very polite.
Say please before.
Wind them both on my whistle.
Alex Kemp, our referee tonight.
I like Alex Kemp. He's one of the better presented referees out there. He makes clean, concise calls usually. First down and 10 from the 36. Trey Lance up the seam. Good throw. Ronnie Bell's off to the races. Ronnie Bell inside the 20 all the way to the 21. Oh, crap. And the 49ers are in business. Oh, no. Are we really? Is this really going to happen like this? Is this really going to happen like this?
There by the Broncos, just a little too off. An excellent block by his off receiver there to spring him for a little more yards. Fayon Hicks ending up getting the tackle there. Almost got a strip fumble there, excuse me.
Timeout, Denver. Their first of the half. Please reset the game
All right,
clock
Denver's
to
going to take a
118.
timeout.
118, please.
So now that play, because of the yardage they got, the Broncos need to take their timeouts because they're going to need a chance. And Coach Payton is so upset right now.
He is, and rightfully so.
Listen, you can't have what happened a week ago. They spent the whole week talking about it. How, yes, it's preseason, but you have the lead in the fourth quarter. You got to win some of these games. Broncos
Look, I understand that there's frustration that we can't finish this game here, but, like, this is preseason. These are reserve players at the end of the day. Oh, Vance Joseph. He's pissed. I've never seen Vance Joseph scream like that. Dude, I've never seen him scream like that. He was furious. Handoff. Bouncing free. Ty Davis Price. Ty Davis Price inside the 10. Down at the 6-yard line. Denver's going to have to call another timeout. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is a killer.
Just wide open edge for Davis Price.
Bro. Sean's livid. And I don't blame him. This shit's not going to fly. It can't fly. It cannot fly.
Sometimes, Steve.
All right, I'm going to get a link in here for our post-game show.
Let the offense score so they can get the ball back.
Well, you know that we're going to try to do that, but will San Francisco let them score? That's the question here. No, they're just going to take a knee. Yep.
Drop down to a knee on 1st and goal.
This is the chess game that
Timeout.
people rarely see.
Denver. That's their third of the half.
Exactly what you were saying. The Niners knew the Broncos were going to let them go in and score.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Broncos
did.
May not have, to your point. That's how frustrated the coaches were. But you take that opportunity.
I'm trying to
away
get a
by
link in
kneeling
here.
the
I'm just
ball,
having some
forcing the
technical
Broncos
difficulties,
to use
guys.
their timeouts. And now you can kick the field goal. You can run a couple plays for a touchdown if you want, if you really like something. But I'll tell you something. This is just chess, not checkers. Kyle Shanahan coaching to win, using the timeouts, using the clock. Two great coaches going at it right now with the tools they have.
2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Spotted at the 9. Broncos
From
can't
the 9.
stop the clock.
Denver cannot stop the clock. And Lance will slide down.
Kind of indicative of his preseason. So
And this is going to give Jake Moody, the rookie, chance. The rookie kicker, a chance.
Stepped on by a lineman. That hurts. Cleat, meat, foot.
Now remember, they got a rookie kicker, the Niners, and Jake Moody. He was a 3rd-round pick, which is pretty high to select a kicker. 99
yes, it is.
Overall. Coaches ask Moody, kickers at this moment, where do you want the ball? Center, left, right hash? Moody wants it right down the middle.
The idea is to not let Denver touch the football again.
Let the clock
And that's
wind
exactly
down.
what's going to
Call
happen.
your final timeout. Leave no doubt, one way or another. Game rest.
All right, guys.
First 2 kicks last week in the
This
game
is a
against
rough
the
one.
Raiders. Granted, one was
And I'm having some
58
technical
yards away.
difficulties getting a link in here. So
The Raiders
just
called
go to the
timeouts
channel,
before
guys, and
both
you'll
of the
find the
Moody
post-game
kicks.
show.
Broncos are out of timeouts. But with 3
We did not go
seconds,
3-0 in the preseason. I believe we went 2-1 last year. Yeah, we did. San Francisco's going to call their last timeout. 3 seconds left, guys. Very brutal drive. Sloppy, lack of discipline. Had San Francisco down in their own territory. And gave up a couple of big plays, man, and that was it.
Defensively, awareness, you just got to be aware, okay, who is having a good game so far?
Damn.
Ronnie Bell's
That's
been that guy.
rough.
He's wide
That's
open.
rough. You don't
37
like losing
passes.
like this.
Put them in this situation.
I mean, it's preseason. This is just bad situational ball here.
How many did he miss last week,
Sucks.
you said?
Really does.
Okay.
There's only 2.
Jake Moody
Let's
to
call
win
it
it for the
32
49ers. 32 yards.
Final play of the game.
Final play of the game.
Win it or lose it.
Moody, it's good snap, good hold. He got it.
And it is good.
Well, we lose like that again.
San Francisco will win at the
All right, Broncos country, before we officially transition to the post-game stream, I just have to say this. It's okay. It's all right. Take a deep breath. Sean Payton's not going to tolerate bad situational awareness like this in the regular season. He's not going to tolerate it from our starting players. This was our fourth string defense that gave up a couple of big plays at an inopportune time. It sucks that we lost that way, especially a second week in a row. But you know that Sean Payton's not going to stand for it, man. It sucks. It does suck. But we're going to be okay, Broncos country. We're going to be okay. I'm not freaking out. We had a really strong performance today. I'm really happy with how Russell Wilson performed. Really happy with Leo McLaughlin, man. RB3 all the way. Defensively, Essane Bassi, Elijah Garcia, big plays. Jordan Jackson had a big play. Guys, there's plenty of positives to take away from this. It's frustrating to see bad situational awareness like that at the end of the game. But again, you have to remember who's in the game at this point in time. So it may be a sign of concern for our depth, but our first team outplayed their first team. That's a great way to put it, DH, and that's the important takeaway from this evening. All right, so I'm going to try to get my a link to the post game into the chat here. Just give me 1 second on that, Broncos country. And so we'll be transitioning over to the post game. Give me maybe 5 to 10 minutes, guys, after we officially dip out of here to get started on the post game. I'm going to go and, not gonna lie, take a bong rip. And then after that, we will go ahead and get started with that. So just give me half a second here. Just bear with me, guys. I'm so sorry. Again, just bad situational awareness at the end, which really, really sucks. It's not the way that you want to go out in the slightest. But again, there's plenty of positives to take away from this performance. All right, finally. Sorry about the technical issues here. I got a link here to the post game. Gee whiz. Come on. That's what happens when you have really bad apartment internet. All right, guys, there is the link to the post-game show. Again, just give me about 5 minutes to get over there, and then we will be in there to wrap up this performance. Thank you guys so much to everyone who's tuned in. Oh, crap. Shut up. There you go. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. We'll see you over there in about 5 minutes. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying